Mic check. Mic check. Yep.
Cape's leader, sports radio play-by-play. Go A's! Chatham on TRC, Cape Cod. Chatham A's baseball, sports radio play-by-play. Let's go A's! Putting bats through the fog, playing under the lights. The stars of tomorrow shine tonight.
For the final time in 2025, Chatham hits the road. It's an early 4:30 first pitch as the A's venture to Red Wilson Field and face Yarmouth-Dennis. Time for one final road trip on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Red Wilson Field. It's time for your Anglers Extra pregame show with Jake Klein. I'm Hudson Ridley. Jake, a couple days ago, the A's were eliminated from playoff contention, and so for the final 3 games on the Cape League season, Chatham is really playing with nothing to lose at this point. YD, on the other hand, is really only fighting for seeding, and so the complex of this game is only really little interesting for YD in terms of where these teams could end up.
And Yarmouth-Dennis starts the day in 4th place, but just a point back of 3rd place Brewster, so plenty still to be gained in these final 2 games for the Red Sox, with the top of the East Division all bunched up.
All those 4 teams in contention for 1 through 4, so things could get interesting. We'll have updates throughout the game on where the East Division sits, but before that, we have the rest of our Anglers Extra pregame show. Jake has the second-to-last manager show of the season when he chats with Dennis Cook in just a moment. And then I talk with Joey McManus for Catch of the Day, Oklahoma reliever. We'll have that, your lineups, your pitching matchup, and a whole lot more. It's the Anglers Extra pregame show on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Sports Radio, play-by-play. Go A's! Chatham on TRC.
Chatham Bars Inn is Cape Cod's premier 4-diamond oceanfront resort. With 217 luxurious rooms, guests have access to numerous amenities, including a private beach, complimentary children's programs, 4 award-winning restaurants, a new world-class spa, an outdoor pool, and tennis courts. Year after year, Chatham Bars Inn is recognized as one of the top resorts in the world. Chatham Bars Inn and Cape Cod Baseball. Summer fun for the whole family.
Welcome back on the Anglers Extra pregame show. Chatham getting ready for Game 39 of the Cape League season, the second-to-last game of the year and the last on the road. It's time for the Manager's Show. I'm Jake Klein alongside the Chatham skipper, Dennis Cook. Dennis, you fall in a close one, 2-1 to Orleans last night. What did you see in that game?
I thought Caden Smith threw really well. We pitched well. Just came up short at the end. Couldn't get it down with the guy on third base and nobody out.
You've talked a lot about Caden's development, specifically wanting to improve his fastball command. How did you see that come together in his last outing last night?
I still didn't think it was very good. He was good with his breaking stuff, but wasn't very good with his fastball command. And we visited with him a little bit last night. You know, that's going to be his next step this fall. He really has to work on that command with his fastball, and that'll help him become a more complete pitcher and have a chance to win a starting job.
What do you think has prevented this team in a couple of different late-game scenarios from not being able to get runs in big situations? I
don't know. I can't answer that question. That's a question for the hitters. You know, we're striking out way too much with the guy on third base, less than 2 outs. And you put the ball in play, we got a tie ball game and possibly a win. But, you know, just didn't get it done.
End of the season is in sight. As I said, just 2 more games to go. How do you want this team to finish?
Like we talk about all the time, just compete hard and play hard, and we'll live with the results after that.
What are the signs of players who compete hard to you?
Extended bats, just feel their energy. If the energy's off, like it was in Wareham, we'll address it. And I think the energy has been good. The kids have been playing hard after Wareham, and they've been having competitive at bats and pitching well and playing good defense. So I'm happy with their effort after Wareham.
Why has that loss to Wareham a couple of days ago stood out in your mind?
Because we stunk.
Chatting with Dennis Cook on the Manager Show ahead of the second to last game of the regular season. Chatham against the Yarmouth-Dennis Red Sox at Red Wilson Field. Dennis, it is another turn for Gavin Jones tonight on the mound. How have you seen him come along in his summer in Chatham?
He's just getting on the mound and getting more work, more consistent work, and stretching out a little bit. Tonight will be, if he can throw strikes, we'll see how far he can go for us. But we need him working on topping the counts, not falling behind 3-ball counts and things like that. In the past, he's had a little bit of a problem with that. So tonight, we want him to attack the strike zone early and often with all of his pitches and get us at least 5.
About a week ago now, you kind of switched your approach with the bullpen. You've said a couple of times there were certain games where you didn't really get the chance to use it the way you've wanted to, but as you go into the 2026 season, do you think that will be the approach again, or would you revert to the 3 pitchers pre-scheduled per night?
No, we're probably going to go with 2 guys and then two guys scheduled tonight and then piece it together after that. Just gives us a little more freedom at the back end of the game to mix and match, and we'll carry a few more pitchers next year.
What do you like about the freedom to pick pitchers for certain matchups?
Well, that's baseball. You get a good left-handed hitter, you got a good left-handed reliever in the bullpen. You want to match him up, especially if the game's on the line. And if we have it, pre-scripted, then and that guy's a right-hander, he's facing the good left-hander. So next year we'll make some adjustments, and we'll be better next year.
I know you're not a big analytics scouting report guy. What's the biggest thing you look for in a pitcher-hitter matchup?
Lefty on lefty. Our pitchers should be able to throw a breaking ball away and fastballs in, and just being tough on left-handed hitters. Right-handers, the same thing. Good breaking balls and plus fastballs. So we're going to bring up good arms up here, so our matchups will be good at the back end.
As you look toward next year, how would you go about extending invitations for players to possibly return to Chatham from this year's team?
Well, the guys that left early will not be invited back. And the guys that are here that want to come back, most of them will take back, especially the guys that have been here, for the whole summer. So we'll see. We'll just see how it goes. But, we have some good players here.
If there was a college player or a college coach watching this interview right now who might think that Chatham is a premier summer baseball destination, what would you want to tell them?
It is. It is just what you just said. But if you're going to come to Chatham, make sure you come up here ready to play and stay the summer.
There's Dennis Cook on the Manager's Show. Second to last Manager's Show of the 2025 season. Dennis, thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Back to Hudson Ridley for the rest of the Anglers Extra pregame show. Chatham and YD coming up. Hudson?
Thank you very much, Jake. You heard some interesting stuff there from Dennis about who's coming back, who may not be coming back. 6 players currently on the roster for Chatham who were here at the beginning of the year, most of those in the lineup. Only a few pitchers that wear that title this year for the A's. One of the pitchers who was just recently added to the team is Joey McManus. He's only had 2 appearances on the year, so we don't know much about him. Let's find out more on the other side.
Anglers Extra. Chatham on TRC. Cape Cod.
Sweet Tomatoes Pizza, located right around the corner from Veterans Field at 790 Main Street in Chatham. Pick up a pie on your way to the game or grab a calzone before first pitch. The dough for their specialty pizza is rolled right before your eyes. Eat in or take out, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and sometimes later. Call 508-348-0200. See their full menu online at sweettomatoescapecod.com. Sweet Tomatoes, a Chatham pregame tradition.
Welcome back into the Anglers Extra pregame show ahead of Game 39 on the Cape League season. Almost done. It's the final road game, and we're here at Red Wilson Field with Catch of the Day. I'm Hudson Ridley, and our Catch of the Day today is Oklahoma reliever Joey McManus. Joey, you got out here not too long ago at this point. You've pitched 2 appearances, and you probably won't see any time again at this point. What motivated you to come out here?
I mean, I've always heard it's the best summer league experience, so I wanted to come up here and get the experience under my belt, and it's been fun. So,
has it lived up to what you thought it would be?
Yeah, it's fun. Good competition, good group of guys. It's a good time.
The competition level, what have you noticed about Cape League hitting?
Hard to strike out. Yeah, definitely hard to strike out, but just different. Definitely different.
When guys are hard to strike out like that, what do you go to try to put guys away?
Breaking stuff in the dirt, mostly. 0-2, something in the dirt, try and get them swinging.
Have you felt like that's worked in your couple appearances here on the Cape?
Yeah, for sure. I think last outing worked really well. I think I had 2 strikeouts, and they're both 0-2 in the dirt.
Now you're going to make a move after the summer to go to SEC from Big Ten. Do you think a little bit of this experience on the Cape facing some of the best college shooters in the country can contribute to some success?
Yeah, I think it's one of the main reasons why I came down, get ready for SEC play, and just play against better competition. So
when you hear SEC competition in your mind, what do you think?
I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited. It'll be fun.
What excites you the most about it?
Just playing the bigger schools. I mean, it's always been a dream to play in the SEC, and I'm excited to get to play the big schools that everyone's always been talking about.
Have you been to Oklahoma before outside a visit?
No, I've not. I have not, no.
So you haven't experienced the Oklahoma heat yet?
No, I definitely have not. Been in the cold all my life.
What are you looking forward to the most at Oklahoma?
I'm honestly excited for the football games. I've never been to like a big college football game. I mean, my old school had big games, but I'm excited for SEC games. Experience that, see Alabama and all that play. It'll be fun.
Are you a big college football guy?
A little bit, not too much. So I don't know a lot.
Did you grow up rooting for a team at all, or?
Yeah, Ohio State. I'm from Ohio. So
Okay.
I'm a big Buckeye.
Yeah, now you got to switch to Oklahoma, huh?
Yeah.
You've already gotten the chance to meet some of your Oklahoma teammates as well, and Gavin Jones and Cam Johnson. What have some of those interactions been like?
They're great. I mean, I've known Cam since I was 13, played travel ball together, but he's a good dude. Gavin seems like a good dude. Yeah.
When you heard you'd be coming out here and playing with Cam, what went through your mind? Memories of the old times?
Yeah, I just laughed, honestly. Me and Cam go way back to travel ball, and it was always good times playing with him.
What's it like growing up with Cam and now playing together on a bigger stage?
It's sweet. I mean, we grew up, I think it was 13U we met with the Red Sox, and we had the same pitching coach, so we'd always see each other. It's pretty cool to see that.
And then you get to watch his trajectory and his takeoff. What's it like to watch him from afar?
It's so fun to watch, just him flicking in 96, but from the left side, it's pretty cool.
Has it always looked that effortless for him?
Yeah, it has.
Chatting with Joey McManus on the Anglers Extra pregame show for Catch of the Day. Joey, you don't have much time left here in Chatham. Are there any bucket list items you want to knock out while you're on Cape Cod?
I've always heard, my mom told me to get the lobster rolls. I haven't got to try that yet.
You've never had a lobster roll before?
No, sir.
What are your expectations from a lobster roll?
I have no clue. I've never even tried a lobster.
You've never had lobster and you're going straight to a lobster roll.
Yeah.
That feels like a pretty high jump up. Have you had a lot of Maryland crab before, I'm imagining?
Yes. They're good.
How do you think crab will compare to lobster here?
I honestly have no clue. I don't have high expectations, but I'm excited.
I'm not sure where the best place to find a lobster roll is. I've heard some good ones, so maybe give some recommendations off of camera for a couple days that you get to try those lobster rolls.
Sweet.
All righty. That is Joey McManus. Joey, thaning you for joining Catch of the Day.
Thank you for having me.
All right, Hudson. Any recommendations for Joey on the lobster roll?
I've heard Marion's. That's the place to go for a lobster roll. I haven't had the lobster roll there. The lobster roll at the Knack in Orleans. That's another good one. Jake, you're the Chatham guy though. Where would you say?
I'm honestly not a big lobster fan.
Really?
I do like the one at Marion's Pie Shop in Chatham.
Yeah,
that would probably be my go-to. And, of course, the Fish Pier Market as well. That's a good one.
I haven't had the one at the Fish Pier. A whole lot of options in Chatham for Joey McManus to try. Already, It's almost time for first pitch between Chatham and YD. That is coming up in under 10 minutes. On the other side, we will have your lineups, your pitching matchup, and the national anthem when we come back on the Anglers Extra pregame show.
Anglers Extra. Chatham on TRC. Cape Cod.
Year after year, Cape Cod League Baseball and Chatham Bars Inn have been synonymous with summer on Cape Cod. The Inn has offered clam bakes, beachside barbecues, and oceanfront dining since 1914. The new Beach House restaurant at Chatham Bars Inn is open daily for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Visit Chatham Bars Inn at www.chathambarsinn.com. Chatham Bars Inn and Cape Cod Baseball. Summer fun for the whole family.
Chatham A's baseball is on the air right now.
Swings and hits one to left center field. Back goes McFadden. He will not get there. It's a home run. A grand slam for Todd Frazier.
Chugging into second base with an RBI double is Evan Longoria. He is 4 for 4.
Hit on the ground, left side. Will it get through? Off Crawford and into center field. Federovic scores and Chatham wins it in 11. The game-winning hit from Seager. It's a 5-4 Chatham winner.
And now, with your play-by-play, Jake Klein and Hudson Ridley.
Almost set for game number 39 on the Cape League season. The lineups being read, so we have our lineups presented by Chatham Clothing Bar. Jake?
First for Chatham, 15, 20, and 3. Last place and eliminated from playoff contention in the East Division. Jackson Freeman, the center fielder from Northwestern, leads off. Then Daniel Jackson, the right fielder today from Georgia, bats second. Chase Freilich is the designated hitter out of Auburn. Roman Martin is the shortstop from UCLA in the cleanup hole. Reed Stallman at first base today. He's from Mississippi State. Isaiah Lane plays second for the first time in 2025. He is from the University of San Diego. And the bottom third of the order, Trace Mazan, the Weatherford College third baseman today. Jake Hanley from Indiana in left, and Cade Arambidi, the LSU catcher. For Yarmouth-Dennis, 19, 16, and 3, fourth place, and clinched a playoff spot in the Cape League's East Division. Jace Tarnish, the center fielder from St. Bonaventure, leads off. Chris Akopian, the third baseman from Maryland, bats second. Jack Archimone, the designated hitter from Richmond in the 3-hole. Armando Briseño, the shortstop from Cal State Fullerton, bats fourth. Then Jordan Crossland, the Maryland left fielder, and Dean Carpentier, the first baseman from USC. Yomar Carreras, the second baseman from Rutgers, hit seventh. Thomas McAndrews, the Fordham catcher, eighth. And Nick Costello, the UC San Diego right fielder.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
So there is your national anthem at Red Wilson Field as both teams put the caps back on and head to their respective dugouts. It's Chatham and YD, the last home game of the year for the Red Sox, the last road game this season for the Chatham A's. Jake just read you your lineups presented by Chatham Clothing Bar. Here is your pitching matchup presented to you by the Red Nun Bar and Grill. On the mound today for YD, it is the right-hander Tyler Pitzer making his first start in the Cape League and his 8th appearance. If you're not familiar with Tyler Pitzer, close your eyes and picture these numbers. He's 6'2", 205 from Mississippi State. with a .37 ERA in 24 1/3 innings pitched. Just 9 walks to 35 strikeouts. He is the league leader in qualified ERA at .37. The next closest is Josh Butler of Wareham at 1.03, so a very large disparity, which Pitzer leads by. He fires his warm-up pitches on the mound right now. For the A's, it's the lefty Gavin Jones, 6'1", 209 from Oklahoma, a 3.72 ERA in 16 1/3 innings. This is his 7th appearance and his 4th start on the Cape League season. 6 walks and 11 strikeouts for the left-hander. Top of the Chatham order, it's Jackson Freeman, Daniel Jackson, and Chase Freilich. They wait patiently in Chatham's road blue uniforms, white Chatham script across the front with red block numbers underneath it offset towards the left. White numbers on the back outlined in red. Chatham today with the gray pants with blue piping down either side, royal blue colors, and a royal blue hat with a red brim across the front. Red Angler A fishhook logo in the middle. For YD, very similar to the Boston Red Sox uniforms. Block letter Red Sox across the front of a white jersey. White pants as well with dark red piping down the sides. Block letter 23 on the back of Tyler Pitzer's jersey as he fires his warm-up pitches. The cap that he wears, a navy blue back with a white front and a red bill. Cape Cod, the image of it, stamped in the hat with the Red Sox SOX in red coloring across it. Those are the uniforms for Yarmouth-Dennis. Your umpires today presented by Chatham Paint and Hardware. Will Bowers calls the balls and strikes. It's Jeff Kinney down the first base line and Jeff Merzel at third base. YD in its defensive alignment, it's Jordan Crossland who starts in left with Jace Tarnish in center and Nick Costello in right. Chris Sakopian at third. It's Armando Briseño starting at short with Yomar Carreras at second. Dean Carpentier at first with Thomas McAndrews catching Tyler Pitzer. Your defensive alignment presented by Short and Sweet Ice Cream. Jackson Freeman strides to the plate and kicks dirt out of the left-handed box. It'll be right on left to start the ball game with Pitzer. Pitzer puts the left glove up to the ear, pats the feet on the mound, and is set at the belt. His first pitch, fastball down and away at 4:31, 74 degrees and sunny in Yarmouth-Dennis. Your time and temperature presented by the Chatham Athletic Association. The earliest start this year for the A's. 1-0, fastball down and blocked behind the dish by McAndrews. Count runs to 2 balls and no strikes on Freeman. After Jackson Freeman, it's Daniel Jackson and Chase Freilich, the 3 for Chatham. Here's the 2-0. Breaking ball, called strike on the outer half. Count runs to 2-1 on Freeman. Stands back in. With a bend at the knees, the 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball hit in the air left side. Crossland races over for it. He makes the grab on a slide. Falls in front towards his face, and all the while keeping the eye on the ball and snagging it for out number 1. He robs extra bases from Jackson Freeman, and there's 1 down.
Boy, full extension from the left fielder Crossland, who was shaded toward the left center field gap against the lefty hitting Freeman. He had a long run toward the line for that one and needed every bit of that dive.
They had played Freeman to pull, and he did not. Right on right with Daniel Jackson, 1 gone in, nobody on. First pitch from Pitzer, breaking ball cut on and missed. Jackson swings over the top of it, and it's 0-1. Scoreless from Red Wilson Field between Chatham and Yarmouth-Dennis. It's the top of the first. Pitzer agrees on a sign. He deals. Breaking ball downstairs. Home plate umpire Will Bowers in a low crouch rules that. Stands virtually with his head behind the head of the catcher Thomas McAndrews. 1-1 from Pitzer. Fastball called a strike. Very bottom edge on Jackson. He steps out of the right-handed box. Second to last game on the Cape League season. Jackson has played with the A's the entire year. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball hit in the air. Center field. Tarnish races over, and he makes the grab in the right center field gap. 2 gone. Chatham with contact to the outfield both times, but can't put anything down. 2 up, 2 down for the A's to begin the top of the first. It brings up Chase Freilich from the left side. Digs his black Adidas cleats into the back of the left-handed box. Pitzer with a deep breath on the mound. Comes home. Fastball off the plate away, 1-0. It is a short center field at Red Wilson Field, just 360 feet to dead center. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball, hit in the air, left side, sends Crossland back on a jog to the wall, turns the hips around and squares it up for the 3rd out. Chatham with contact to the outfield all 3 times, but it results in 3 flyouts for the A's. Jackson Freeman to left, Daniel Jackson to center, and Chase Freilich to left again. Chatham gets nothing across in the top of the first and sends Gavin Jones out for the first time today. The lefty making his 4th start on the Cape League season. He faces Tarnish, Hakopian, and Archimone. When we come back, it is scoreless from Red Wilson Field after 1 frame. Back in just a moment for more Chatham A's baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Sports Radio, play-by-play. Go A's! Chatham on TRC.
Bottom of the first on the Cape Cod Baseball Network from Red Wilson Field, and it's scoreless between Chatham and YD. With Jake Klein, I'm Hudson Ridley. Jace Tarnish leads it off for the Red Sox on the day. He faces Gavin Jones, left-hander from Oklahoma, making his 4th start on the season, a 3.72 ERA. Lefty-righty, the first pitch. Fastball smoked left side and down in left field for a base hit. Rolls into the arms of Hanley. He slings it back in. And Tarnish stops after a wide turn around first. It's a lead-off first pitch swinging single for Jace Tarnish. Just heard from Hanley in left. It's Jackson Freeman in center and Daniel Jackson in right. Trace Mazan makes his first start at third with Roman Martin at short and Isaiah Lane moving to second. Reed Stallman at first and Cade Arambidi catching Gavin Jones. Your defensive alignment presented by Short and Sweet Ice Cream. Chris Hakopian from the right side. Bats with no one gone and a runner on. First pitch, fastball inside, and it's 1-0. Hakopian has some of the more mesmerizing numbers on this Cape League season. Only 6 strikeouts. He's played the full year. He's walked 13 times. That's the best ratio by far in the Cape League. Step off, throw to first. Stallman swipes the tag behind the leg of Tarnish, who's back in standing. Still a 1-0 count to Hakopian at the plate. Digs his feet back in and makes eye contact with Jones. Set at the chest. From the stretch. 1-0 fastball high. 2-0 on Hakopian. Making the transfer from Maryland to Texas A&M. He's one of those guys that really at any point this season could have been gone early. A lot of prospects in his boat and high-valued transfers end up leaving the Cape much earlier than he has. It's game 39, and he's still here. Another pickoff move to first. Tarnish back in time standing. Stallman slings it back over to Jones, pats around the mound, and regains his footing. Bright blue skies here at Red Wilson Field. Some ominous clouds off in right center, but besides that, pretty clear. Step off, throw to first, runner takes off. The throw goes to first, the throw to second, escapes Martin and trickles into left field. Tarnish is chugging for third, picked up by Hanley. The throw to third, escapes the glove of Mazan. Tarnish is up and running home. Mazan scoops it up, fires to home, and Tarnish slides in safely. A calamity. Tarnish goes from first all the way to home, and YD has scored. 1-0 Red Sox. As there's only been one man on base for YD, and it's Tarnish who goes all the way home in the bottom of the first.
2 errors on 1 play for Chatham. Dennis Cook got up out of his chair and walked through the Chatham dugout.
2-0 to Hakopian. Fastball high, and it's 3-0. And that is a frustrating start for Chatham. They had Tarnish between first and second. It was going to be a close play at second anyway, and then Stallman's throw just skipped under the glove of Martin and into left. 2-0 pitch. Fastball, called strike, rather 3-0. Right over the heart of the plate on Hakopian. 1-0 YD, bottom of the first. Nobody gone. Pitch to Hakopian. Fastball popped up. First base side and tails out of play behind the grandstands at Red Wilson Field. There's a big gap between the backstop and the grandstands. Lawn chairs dot the middle of that area. Not a lot of walkway to work between them. Payoff pitch to Hakopian. Fastball hit on the ground left side. Martin scoops up at short, fires to first in time to get Hakopian 1 down. Roman Martin making the start
The designated hitter from
at
the
shortstop
University
today.
of
Just his
Georgia,
second
number
start
19,
at shortstop.
Jack Archimon.
Has played mostly third base this year for Chatham. Isaiah Lane, who's been the everyday shortstop, now moves to second base just to give that a go, and it's Trace Mazan at third. 1 gone and nobody on for Jack Archimon from the left side, the designated hitter. First pitch from the lefty Jones. Fastball inside, and it backs Archimon off the plate. 1-0. Archimon moving from Richmond to Georgia. Bags his pants up above some fairly medium socks. 1-0. Breaking ball downstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. Jay Powell trying to energize Chatham, already down 1-0. 2-0. Fastball low. Another 3-0 count. This time it's to Jack Archimon. Here's the 3-0. Fastball low. That's ball 4. It's a 4-pitch walk to Jack Archimon, and it puts a 1-out runner on first for YD.
The shortstop from Cal
Red Sox with a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the first due to a 2-error play that brought Jace Tarnish home, the first batter of the day for YD.
And it had Dennis Cook exclaiming, "Jiminy Crickets."
That's one you don't hear too often.
Nope.
A lot of players say he's an old school coach. That's an old school phrase.
I like it.
Left on right with Briseño. First pitch breaking ball low. 1-0. 5 straight balls from Jones. I do like Jiminy Crickets.
I think there's a Disney character of some sort.
I think so.
Jiminy Cricket.
But I can't remember. Some of the older folks listening are probably pretty upset that we don't know about that. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball down and in. It's 2-0. Producer Beckett Calkins has got us here. Jiminy Cricket, fictional character created by Walt Disney. We'll get you more on that in just a moment. Jay Powell makes his way out of the Chatham dugout as Gavin Jones has thrown 6 straight balls. The first 4 to Jack Archimone. He stands on first with a 4-pitch walk. And then Briseño, who stands at the dish with a 2-0 count.
Okay, I have more on Jiminy Cricket.
You do? What do we know about Jiminy Cricket?
In Pinocchio, the original the original book from 1883, there's a talking cricket.
Okay.
In the Disney adaptation, they name that talking cricket Jiminy Cricket.
Interesting. Last name Cricket or just Jiminy, who is a cricket?
No, last name Cricket, it appears.
Interesting. You never know what you'll find. Gavin Jones back out alone on the mound. It's a 2-0 count to Briseño with a runner on first and 1 gone. A 1-0 YD lead. Here's the pitch. Fastball hit in the air, left field. Hanley trots in on it in shallow left and now slows to a jog. Squares it up, and that's out number 2. Jake Hanley tested in left a couple times early. 2 gone, and Archimone stays at first. It's Jordan Crossland, the left fielder, who comes in with 2 gone and a runner on first. Crossland robbed Jackson Freeman of extra bases, the first batter of the game, on a ball hit deep down the left field line, and he stumbled to the ground and made the grab. Pickoff move to first, runner back in, safe on a slide. Archimone dirtying up his white Red Sox jersey. Exactly how you would picture the Boston Red Sox, so much so that YD loves to play a lot of Red Sox songs before these games. First pitch, fastball chopped on the ground left side. Martin backs up on it, the short way to second in time to get the lead runner Archimone and end the inning on a fielder's choice from Crossland. But it brings a run around for YD on what was a calamitous play. 1 run on 1 hit. No, rather 2 errors and 1 runner left on base. We go to the top of the 2nd inning, and after the A's were sat down 1, 2, 3, the first time it's 4, 5, and 6 of the Chatham order. Martin, Stallman, and Lane to face the league's leader in ERA, Tyler Pitzer on the other side. It is 1-0 Red Sox.
Chatham on TRC, Cape Cod. What I want, you've got, and it might be hard to handle. But like a flame that burns a candle, the candle feeds the flame. Yeah, what I got, full stock of thoughts and dreams that scatter. When you pull them all together, and I can't explain. Oh yeah, well, you make my dreams come true.
Hi, this is Isaiah Lane from the University of San Diego. You're listening to the Chatham A's Baseball with Jake Klein and Hudson Ridley on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
It's the top of the 2nd inning on the Cape Cod Baseball Network and a 1-0 lead for YD over Chatham with Jake Klein. I'm Hudson Ridley. The A's back up to hit for the 2nd time today. Roman Martin, the shortstop, Reed Stallman, the first baseman, and Isaiah Lane. Those are the 3 to meet Tyler Pitzer. It is righty, lefty, righty for Dennis Cook in the inning. Martin stands in the right-handed box, making his 2nd start at shortstop on the season today. A little more time before he goes back to UCLA for his 3rd season with the Bruins. Right on right with Pitzer. First pitch. Fastball spoiled back to the screen. 0-1. It's an interesting delivery from Pitzer. brings the body up and then leans forward before kicking the leg and firing. Pinches the glove tight to the shoulder as well. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball inside on Martin, and it's 1-1. A run that came around to score for YD in the first came on 2 errors that moved Jace Tarnish from first all the way home. 1-1 pitch. Fastball inside. Moves to 2-1 on Martin. Crowds gather down both left and right field lines, but significantly more in left at Red Wilson Field, as is common. 2-1. Breaking ball. Called a strike on the inside edge, and Martin grits his teeth as he steps out of the box. It's 2-2. It's mostly a lawn chair crowd all the way around the backstop. There are small risers, but people prefer to bring their own chairs. Same goes for the outfield behind the chain link fence. 2-2, breaking ball hit out to left field. Crossland goes back towards the chain link fence. He looks up and it's off the top of the fence. Martin into second base, standing. The A's have their first hit of the day. It's a leadoff double for Roman Martin to begin the top of the second.
Hard hit ball by Martin, but didn't look like Crossland got the best jump on it. He just kind of ever so slowly started to backpedal backwards before he realized that ball was going to go over his head, and then turned and sprinted.
There's no wind to speak of at Red Wilson Field. The American flag in left center flutters just off the pole. No particular direction. Chris Sakopian, the third baseman, comes in, toes nearly on the grass, and the first pitch to the left-handed hitting Stallman. Fastball outside, 1-0. It's Martin on second after the leadoff double. Nobody gone. Still a 1-0 lead for YD in the top of the second. 1-0. Fastball. Called strike. Bottom outside corner on Stallman. Dennis Cook looking on from Chatham's dugout on the first base side. Some comments on the zone. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball. Hit in the air. Left side. Crossland comes in this time. Shallow left center. And he makes the grab on a jog. 1 gone. This time he started back on it. And then had to get on his horse and come in. He's tested a lot today.
Isaiah Lane.
The third fly out to left field for the A's, and Roman Martin's double that led off this inning was also hit out to left and over the head of Crossland. So he's had 4 plays to try to make tonight. Brings up Isaiah Lane from the right side, runner on second and 1 gone. Right on right, Pitzer deals. Breaking ball chopped on the ground left side, wide of third. 0-1. It's a beautiful day at Yarmouth-Dennis. Puffy clouds in the sky overhead. It's a blue sky. 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball inside on Lane. He pulls up the hands and backs away. 1-1. Had a string of beautiful days in the last couple. Yesterday it rained heavily in Chatham. The game still took place between the Firebirds and the A's. One where Orleans won just 2-1. 1-1 pitch, fastball. Lane checks his swing. It's off the catcher's gear of McAndrews and gets away. Goes back to the pitcher Pitzer, but Martin was already up to third base. It's a wild pitch against Pitzer, and the A's have the tying run 90 feet away. Still 1-0 YD in the top of the second. And now the infield comes in for Scott Pickler and company. It's 2-1 at the plate to Lane with 1 gone. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball hit in the air, left center field. Crossland goes back into the left center field gap. He's called off by the center fielder Tarnish, who squeezes it. Roman Martin comes in to tag from third, and the A's even it up. A sacrifice fly to left center field by Isaiah Lane, and it is 1-1. in the top of the second. Chatham playing the small ball well. You get the leadoff double from Martin. A wild pitch moves him over to third, and Isaiah Lane just knew he needed contact to the outfield to score the runner. Clears the bases ahead of Trace Mazan with 2 gone. It's right on right with Chatham's third baseman today. Fastball called a strike. 0-1. Pitcher with a deep breath. His 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball. Called a strike again on Mazan, and he falls behind 0-2. Chatham 1 YD1. Top of the second from Red Wilson Field. 0-2 pitch to Mazan. Fastball high, just above the Chatham script letters. It's 1-2. The last time the A's will wear those jerseys this season. The road blues with the Chatham script on the front. 1-2, breaking ball down and in. Gloved by McAndrews to his left, and it's 2-2. The sun has just started to peek out behind the clouds. It's behind the press box at Red Wilson Field, so shining in the eyes of all the fielders, but Trace Mazan is protected with his back to it. No shadows to speak of on the diamond. 2-2. Breaking ball downstairs, and the count runs full on Mazan. He's worked his way all the way back. Jake, it seems like every time we come to Red Wilson Field, it is hot. You can feel the sun.
Today's not as bad as the prior 2 times.
Not at all. Only 76 degrees at time of first pitch today. Payoff pitch with nobody on and 2 gone. Breaking ball swung on and missed, strike 3. Mazan spins around in the right-handed box as he cuts over the top of the breaking ball from Pitzer. It's the first strikeout today for either side, but the A's pick up a run in the inning. 1 run coming on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base for Chatham. A sacrifice fly from Isaiah Lane to bring in Roman Martin knots the game at 1. Back for the bottom of the second on the other side on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Chatham on TRC, Cape Cod.
As a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League, the Massachusetts Lottery is celebrating the games we love. From the baseball diamond to the post-game keno with friends, the lottery helps support all 351 cities and towns across the state. The Mass Lottery, celebrate the night with keno. Netting Professionals is proud to be the official partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League, whether it's batting practice equipment, facility netting, custom wall padding, or so much more. Netting Professionals is the top choice in the industry for facility equipment solutions. Visit nettingpros.com today to learn more. Bottom of the second, Chatham visiting Yarmouth-Dennis, and it's tied 1-1 between the A's and the Red Sox with Jake Klein. I'm Hudson Ridley. Dean Carpentier to lead it off for Yarmouth-Dennis. In the bottom of the second, he's followed by Yomar Carreras and Thomas McAndrews. First baseman from USC digs in from the right side, and the lefty Jones deals. First pitch fastball swung on and hit out into left field. Hanley races over, and it's down in the left center field gap, all the way up against the wall. Carpentier slows into a jog as he steams into second base with a lead-off double. The second hit of the day for YD, the first extra base hit. And the A's and Red Sox trade leadoff doubles. This time it's a runner in scoring position for YD to be in the frame. That brings up Yomar Carreras from the right side as the corners come in for Chatham. First pitch to Carreras, he squares to bunt. Breaking ball dips below the bat. It was low and away, so it's ball 1. Carrera slings the bat back over his shoulder. The 1-0 from Jones. No square this time. Fastball inside, and the count runs to 2-0 on Carreras. So squared the first time, didn't square the second time. Mazan still with his toes on the grass at third. Stallman does the same at first base. Jones checks the runner. Now the 2-0 pitch. Breaking ball high. 3-0 on Yomar Carreras. Jones does have an empty base. Just the runner on second. Nobody gone in the frame for YD. .3-0. Fastball called a strike. Clips the inside edge, and it runs to 3-1 on Carreras. Starting second baseman from Rutgers. He's moved back and forth this year for YD between second and short, but with the addition of Armando Briseño, mostly second. 3-1 fastball down and in, escapes Aaron Beatty, and Carpentier heads up to third. Advances on the wild pitch, and it was ball 4 to Carreras, so he heads up to first on a walk, and it's runners on the corners for the Red Sox with nobody gone.
Tommy McAndrews.
Gavin Jones has worked himself into a jam here. Jay Powell has already come to visit him once in this game. That came earlier in the first. Now left on right with Thomas McAndrews. First pitch, breaking ball high at the eyes of the catcher. 1-0. The catcher meaning McAndrews. Catcher from Fordham who gets the start today for YD. Jones from the stretch. Pitch is down and in. 2-0 on McAndrews. He bats with runners on the corners and nobody gone. Martin closer to the second base bag at short. Isaiah Lane hovering close to the outfield grass at second base. Pickoff move to first. No tag from Stallman. Carreras slid head first back into the bag. Carreras retakes his lead. He's held on by Stallman. 2-0 pitch. Fastball swung on and driven to the backstop. 2-1 on McAndrews. YD playing for playoff positioning. Sitting in fourth place in the East right now. Just 2 points back of the Brewster Whitecaps for third place. Everybody is tightly condensed at the top of the East. 2-1 pitch. Fastball hit in the air. Center field. Freeman starts back on it. He makes the grab. Runner tags from third. Carpentier in with no throw as it's cut off at second base. And YD regains the lead. Sacrifice fly from Thomas McAndrews, and it is 2-1 Red Sox in the bottom of the second.
Nick Costello.
Yomar Carreras stayed put at first base as the throw went into second, didn't decide to challenge. So it's one gone and a runner on first for YD, and Nick Costello, the 9-hole hitter, in from the left side. Jones's first pitch, breaking ball low and away. 1-0 on Costello. Gets the start in right field today from UC San Diego. Jones set, checks the runner. Lifts the knee and fires to first. Back in on a head-first slide goes Carreras. A lot of pickoff moves from Jones so far. None have worked. He almost had the pickoff on Tarnish back in the bottom of the first, but 2 errors plated him. 1-0, fastball drilled deep to right field. Jackson races back. He looks up and it's out. A big shot from Nick Costello out to right field. And the foghorn signals 2 more runs for YD. It is 4-1 Red Sox off a deep blast in the bottom of the second. Nick Costello meets Yomar Carreras at the plate. The two tap helmets and head back to the dugout. And Chatham has surrendered 4 early runs.
Number 25, Jace Tarnish.
First home run today at a ballpark that is known for long balls. Lineup turns back over for Jace Tarnish. First pitch to the right-handed hitter is swung on and hit in the air, and it drops in left center field. First pitch swinging again from Tarnish. It's another single. He's got 2 in the first 2 innings of this ballgame.
A&M number 10, Chris Hakopian.
The hits just keep on coming for YD. That's 4 already for the Red Sox off the starter Gavin Jones. Brings up Chris Hakopian from the right side. Grounded out his last time up. First pitch, breaking ball, called a strike. 0-1 on Hakopian. 3 across in the inning for YD. It is 4-1 Red Sox in the bottom of the second. Runner on first and 1 gone. 0-1 to Hakopian. Fastball high. Ball on a strike on a right-handed hitter from Texas A&M. Chatham's infield watching intently at this point. Middle infield at double play depth. Step off throw to first, and Stallman has to range to his right to make the grab. No tag applied to Tarnish, who was only a step or 2 off of first base. Jones lucky that Stallman stepped in front to make the grab, or else that could have been yet another error on a pickoff move. 1-1, runner takes off, pitch is hit shallow into center field. Freeman jogs in, and he makes the grab. Tarnish had already slid into second. Freeman fires to first, bobbled by Stallman at first. He lays on the tag, and the A's turn 2.
End of the second inning.
Tarnish took off on the contact. It hung up in the air from Freeman. He went underneath it and fired to first to backpick Tarnish, and he got him.
Isaiah Lane and Roman Martin just pulled off a fantastic fake. They ran over to cover the bag and pretended like a throw was coming, made Tarnish slide in head first, and at that point, he was dead.
Those two jogging as they leave the field, and Chatham ends the inning, but not before some damage from YD. The Red Sox get 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and strand 1 on base. Back in just a moment on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Chatham A's on the air.
Shiver in the dark, it's raining in the park, but meantime, sound of the river, you stop and you hold everything. A band is blowing Dixie, double fall time.
Top of the third on the Cape Cod Baseball Network, and YD out to a 4-1 lead over Chatham. With Jake Klein, I'm Hudson Ridley. It's a Chatham Bars in call to the bullpen after just 2 innings from Tyler Pitzer. It's a right-hander on for Scott Pickler and crew. Trey Lawrence from Missouri making his first appearance in the Cape Cod Baseball League. Pickler says he has a couple pitchers that he wants to see go before the playoffs, and Lawrence is one of them. First pitch to the left-handed hitting Hanley. Fastball down and away. 1-0 on Hanley. Lawrence is one of those arms. Another Sean Zaslaw, right-hander from Bryant. 1-0, breaking ball, check swing, and he went around. One and one on Hanley, the leadoff man in the top of the third. 1-1 downstairs. Hanley's first time hitting today. He'll be followed by Aaron Beatty and Jackson Freeman. It's 8, 9, and 1 of the Chatham order. 2-1 pitch. Fastball off the plate away, 3-1. Chatham just pulled off some trick to end the bottom of the second. 3-1. Breaking ball downstairs, and Hanley walks. It's a leadoff walk for the A's. Chatham begins the top of the third with a runner on first, and it brings up Cade Arambidi.
Number 20, Chase.
That trick was
Arambide.
played by Isaiah Lane and Roman Martin as they raced towards the bag and tried to fool Tarnish into a throw that would have gone to second. They got him to slide in, and then Chatham doubled him off after a fly ball went to center, and Freeman threw it into first. First pitch to the righty, Arambidi. Breaking ball inside, and it's 1-0. Tyler Pitzer finishes his day. 2 innings pitched, 1 hit allowed, 1 run. It was earned. No walks and a strikeout. 1-0, chopped at the plate and dribbled to the left side. Bounces off the netting in front of the Yarmouth-Dennis dugout on the third base side. Arambidi grips the bat and stands back in. 1-1 count for him. He was hitless for over a week until last night when he knocked a single against Orleans. 1-1 breaking ball tapped at the plate again and fouled off to the brick backstop. That's a newer addition at Red Wilson Field. It's brick all the way around, but faux brick padding directly behind home plate with a couple of ads on it. 1-2, fastball downstairs. 2-2 on Arambidi. That's with a runner on first and nobody gone. Chatham down 4-1 in the top of the third. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball low, and the count runs full. Lawrence in jeopardy of walking back-to-back batters in his first inning in the Cape League. Looks over his left shoulder at first and comes set at the belt. Payoff pitch. Fastball down and in, and it's ball 4. The Chatham dugout fired up as the A's draw back-to-back
Center
walks.
fielder from Northwestern,
And now bring the tying run to the plate.
Jackson Freeman.
Yarmouth-Dennis had originally taken an early lead in the first, and Chatham answered in the second to tie it at 1-1. NYD surged further in front, and Chatham looking to answer again. Chris Hakopian, the third baseman, in, while the rest of the infield plays the left-handed hitter Freeman to pull. First pitch, breaking ball, called a strike. Armando Briseño, the shortstop, very close to second base. Yomar Carreras backs all the way up onto the grass from second, and Dean Carpentier at first. Breaking ball on the 0-1, called a strike on the outside. 0-2. Outfield also playing him to pull. That happened the first time up. And then Freeman went the opposite way, nearly down the left field line. 0-1, fastball skips in the dirt off the protector of McAndrews. He blocks it. And both runners head back. It's Hanley at second and Arambidi at first. If Freeman goes the opposite way again, it would be another long run for Jordan Crossland in left. He made the first play. 1-2, caught on and missed. Strike 3. It was tipped into the mid of the catcher McAndrews, although Freeman is arguing that ball hit the ground before McAndrews grabbed it, and now Dennis Cook out to have a word, but he doesn't get more than 5 steps from his bucket sitting next to the Chatham dugout before he turns around and heads back. 1 gone on the strikeout to Freeman. And that was awfully close to skipping off the ground before it went into the glove of McAndrews, but no replay in the Cape League. Right on right with Jackson. First pitch, breaking ball inside. 1-0.
Even in Major League Baseball, that's not a reviewable play.
No. Lawrence set. 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball low. Quickly 2-0 on Daniel Jackson. Lawrence has already tossed 2 walks in the frame to Hanley and Arambidi before striking out Freeman. Runners on first and second and 1 gone. 2-0 to Jackson. Breaking ball low and in. 3-0. Last time Daniel Jackson was on this field, it was competing in the Cape League All-Star game. Also competed in the Home Run Derby at Red Wilson Field. As now Yarmouth-Dennis's pitching coach Jeff Pickler makes his way to the mound to have a word with Lawrence, and it looks like they're checking out the PitchCom device that goes inside the hat. Jake, I know you've had a lot of thoughts on the PitchCom device this year. You're an old school guy.
Thank you.
I think that's fair to say. That's a compliment.
Well, it's just that what's to stop Jeff Pickler from walking out to the mound, fiddling around with the guy's PitchCom while he's actually talking about the game or talking about his pitching?
In theory, nothing.
And there, the umpire enforces the mound visit against YD.
Will Bowers comes out, gives a point to the YD dugout, and says, Scott Pickler, that's one. The first visit today, he didn't visit the starter Tyler Pitzer, who went 2 innings. But now a meeting with Lawrence ahead of a 3-0 pitch to Daniel Jackson. Runners on first and second. Here's the pitch, fastball drilled, right field line in deep, towards the corner, and it's foul. Jackson lined it towards the right side, but just yanked it foul. It bounced feet past the right field line. Few more over towards the left, and it would have rolled into the corner and been a tough play for Nick Costello to whip it back in. Certainly would have scored Hanley from second. Jackson right now represents the tying run, and he's in a 3-1 count. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball cut on and missed, and the count runs full. Chatham trails YD 4-1 in the top of the third at Red Wilson Field. Runners take their leads at first and second, 1 gone. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball down and in, and that's ball 4. 3 walks from Trey Lawrence in his Cape League debut, and it loads the bases. Hanley up to third, Aaron Beatty to second, and Daniel Jackson, the A's leader in walks this season, draws his 26th. He is up to first. That brings up Chase Fralick with the bases loaded and 1 gone. First pitch to the left-handed hitter. Fastball roped out to center field. Tarnish heads back on it towards the wall. It's off the top of the wall. Hanley comes in to score from third. Aaron Beatty jogs up to third, and the bases are loaded. 1 run comes in to score, and Chatham has cut the YD lead in half. It is 4-2 Red Sox in the top of the third.
A terrible jump from Cade Arambidi off of second prevented that from being extra bases and multiple RBIs from Fralick. He waited only about a step or so off of second base when that ball was clearly going over Tarnish's head. Jackson from first was already sprinting and was right on his heels, had nowhere to go.
Chase Fralick basically walked into first when he realized he'd have to hold up there. That brings up Roman Martin with the bases still juiced and 1 gone. Now a 4-2 YD lead. Right on right. Lawrence deals. Breaking ball high. 1-0. And now the A's building a little bit of momentum. Martin knocked a leadoff double back in the second. His only time up today. Came in to score Chatham's first run. The 1-0. Breaking ball called a strike. Martin thought it was low and in on him. Took a big exhale, ticked his head to the side, and questioned Will Bowers, the home plate umpire. 1-1. The pitch. Fastball down and away. 2-1 on Martin. It's Jackson at third. Fralick at first. Rather, Jackson at second. Fralick at first. And Cade Arambidi at third after his rough jump off of second base. 1-2. Fastball downstairs. 3-1 on Martin. And for the second time, Chatham has a hitter's count with the bases loaded. Martin stands back in. Leans side to side. 3-1 pitch. Fastball high, ball 4. And Chatham walks in a run. Cade Arambidi comes in to score from third. That is the 4th walk this inning drawn by the A's. And it's just a 4-3 lead now for YD.
55, Reed Stallman.
No visit from Pickler to Lawrence. He stays out there. And the right-hander faces Reed Stallman. Bases loaded, one gone. He steps off ahead of the first pitch to Stallman, and now his catcher Thomas McAndrews wants to have a word with him. Chatham has 4 walks in the frame. The only base hit came on a single from Chase Fralick. That scored 1 run and certainly could have scored more. YD lucky it didn't.
And for Scott Pickler, he's made it clear priority A in these last 2 games is seeing some of the new faces that he hasn't watched pitch yet, not trying his best to win the game.
YD has already won a playoff spot, currently sitting at 4th in the East. Scott Pickler makes his way out of the dugout, and the day is done for Trey Lawrence. His first appearance in the Cape League, and he allows 2 runs on 4 walks and leaves the bases loaded. Chatham with a chance to take advantage on the other side. Bases loaded for Reed Stallman and a new arm into the game for the Red Sox. We'll get you that on the other side on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Chatham on TRC, Cape Cod.
Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more.
What you say?
Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more.
Oh woman, don't treat me so mean. You're the meanest old woman that I've ever seen. I guess if you say so.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be a long-standing supporter of the Cape Cod Baseball League and its contribution to the local economy as a treasured summer attraction. Cape Cod 5 is a community bank committed to serving customers throughout Cape Cod, the islands, and southeastern Mass. Founded in 1855, the bank's mission is to enrich the lives of those it serves while contributing to the health and vitality of its communities. Cape Cod 5 provides a full range of banking solutions, including personal and business banking, residential mortgages, investment management, and trust services. Cape Cod 5, a community bank committed to service. For sales and rentals of Caterpillar machinery, generators, and marine engines, visit MiltonCat.com, your area cat dealer. Milton Cat, the Cape and Islands Caterpillar dealer, is proud to be a sponsor of today's game. Back at Red Wilson Field, it's the bottom of the 3rd between Chatham and YD, and the Red Sox with a 4-3 lead, but it's been slimming down. Chatham has the bases loaded and Reed Stallman coming to the dish as YD makes a Chatham Bars in call to the bullpen. Trey Lawrence's day is done after recording just 1 out in his first appearance, and he's replaced by the right-hander Noah Bentley, 6'1", 190 pounds, from Weatherford Junior College, on his way to Arizona State after the summer. A 3-1 record and a 10.8 ERA in just 5 innings pitched. 2 walks to 5 strikeouts for the righty. He's set to face the left-handed hitting Reed Stallman as the A's have their best chance to take the lead today. Chatham had tied it up 1-1 in the top of the 2nd, then 3 straight runs for YD opened up the gap over the A's. Reed Stallman moseys over to the left-handed batter's box. He's got Daniel Jackson on 3rd, Chase Fralick on 2nd, and Roman Martin on 1st. Takes a big cut and stands in. It's right on left. Bentley set. His first pitch. Breaking ball. Stallman holds back. It's in the dirt, and it's 1-0. Pushed the shoulders forward, but kept the bat still off his left shoulder the whole time. 0 for 1 today with a fly out to left in the 2nd. Bentley deals. Breaking ball skips in the dirt off the protector of McAndrews, but not far enough away to score Daniel Jackson from 3rd. He stays put. Stallman ahead in the count, 2-0. Trey Lawrence had already walked in a run earlier in this inning. 2-0, fastball off the plate away, 3-0. When Lawrence walked in a run, it came against Roman Martin and brought Aaron Beatty in to score. Chatham's 3rd run today. 3-0 pitch. Fastball called a strike. 3-1 on Stallman. He's got 1 home run on the Cape League season. It came in just game 3 for him with the A's. Since then, nothing. 3-1 fastball off the plate away, ball 4. Another run comes in to score on a walk. This time a Reed Stallman walk plates Daniel Jackson, and that is 5 free passes in the inning for YD. The game tied up at 4 in the top of the 3rd.
UC San Diego, number 1, Isaiah
So YD
Lane.
strikes first, Chatham answers. YD hits bigger, Chatham answers again. 4-4, and the bases stay loaded for Isaiah Lane. Freilich up to 3rd, Martin up to 2nd, and Stallman at 1st. It's right on right. The first pitch, fastball, called a strike at the knees, 0-1.
Remember, Isaiah Lane has his only home run of the summer here at Red Wilson Field. Same goes for Jake Hanley.
Went to dead center field. 0-1, breaking ball cut on and missed. He went chasing, and it's 0-2. Both of those came in the same game, Hanley and Lane. Only 360 to center at Red Wilson Field. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball skips in the dirt off of McAndrews, and he chases it down the first base line and holds the bases loaded. Everybody stays put. Chatham with 4 runs on only 2 hits today. Isaiah Lane in a spot to add more. Any contact to the outfield would score the runner from 3rd. 1-2, swung on and hit back to the screen. Stays 1-2. Lane readjusts the gloves. Stands back in the right-handed box. Bat flat against the plate, and he picks it up. Waves it behind his right ear. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, check swing. Did he go around? He did. Will Bowers rings him up at the plate. That's the 2nd strikeout of the frame. The only 2 outs recorded by YD in the inning have both been Ks, 1 to Freeman and now 1 to Lane. And brings up Trace Mazan, the only other A to strike out today. Bases remain loaded with 2 gone now for Trace Mazan. First pitch from Bentley. He deals. Fastball. Called a strike on Mazan. A late windup and point from Will Bowers. And Mazan down 0-1. Bentley deals. Breaking ball downstairs and blocked behind the dish. 1-1, and the runners stay put. Tied at 4, top of the 3rd between Chatham and YD. The pitch. Breaking ball low again. Goes through the legs of Mazan, and McAndrews tracks it down. The sun is gone. The wind is still. No movement of trees or flags anywhere at Red Wilson Field. 2-1 pitch. Fastball. Called a strike, and it's 2-2. Bentley a strike away from ending the inning, leaving this game tied. And the bases loaded. 2-2 count. Bases juiced, 2 gone. Here's the pitch. Fastball slapped back to the screen. Count remains at 2-2. If Mazan reaches, it's Jake Hanley next. He stands on deck. Mazan twirls the bat in the right-handed box. He's ready. Another 2-2. Breaking ball. Called strike 3. Bowers rings him up on a pitch inside, and Mazan has a word with him before he leaves. The bases left loaded after back-to-back Ks from Noah Bentley and the 3rd. But Chatham is tied at knotted at 4 after the A's put up 3 runs coming on just 1 hit in the inning. No errors, and the bases left loaded. Back in just a moment for the bottom of the 3rd and another new ball game. It's Arcamone, Briseño, and Crossland on the other side for YD.
Chatham A's on the air. Used to daydream in that small town. Another boring romantic, that's me. But I've seen it all in this small town. Had myself a ball in a small town. Met an LA dollar, brought him to this small town. That small town.
Hitter from the University
Welcome back to
of
Red Wilson
Georgia,
Field.
number
It's the
19,
bottom of the
Jack
third and a tie
Archibald.
ball game. The A's respond with 3 in the top of the third, and we're knotted at 4. With Jake Klein, I'm Hudson Ridley. Gavin Jones on for a third inning. He faces Jack Archibald, Armando Briseño, and Jordan Crossland. First left on left with Archibald. Jones deals. Fastball in the dirt. Blocked by Aaron Beatty, and it's 1-0. Jones has worked his way into trouble a few times, including in that second where he gave up 3 runs, 2 of which came on a home run from Nick Costello. The 1-0. Fastball chopped at the plate, rolls down the first base line. Stallman picks it up, applies the tag. He missed, and the runner's safe. Archibald slips around Stallman trying to dive and apply a tag. And he's into first.
The shortstop from Cal State Fullerton.
It dribbled down the line.
Armando Briseño.
Kind of no man's land between Jones and Stallman. Stallman decides to charge in fields right before Archibald got there. So he had to dive to try to apply the tag. And Archibald just flipped the hips and slightly got out of the way. Stallman missed, and it's a runner on first on an infield single, the 5th hit of the day for YD. Brings up Armando Briseño from the right side. First pitch fastball chopped on the ground right at Mazan. Fields at third, flipped to second for 1. High throw to first, got him. Stallman stretches on the throw from Lane, and the A's roll a double play. 5-4-3. Mazan, Lane, and Stallman combined to cut down Archibald and Briseño, and there's 2 gone in the bottom of the third. Jordan Crossland in for the second time today. Hits from the right side. First pitch from Jones. Fastball inside. Ball and no strikes on Crossland. After a pretty lame infield single from Archibald, the A's do get fortunate to turn 2 in that spot. 1-0. Fastball down and in. One of the weirder infield singles you'll see to lead it off from Archibald. 1-0 pitch from Jones. Fastball hit in the air, out to right field. Jackson starts back on it, shuffles to his left, and sticks up the glove to make the grab.
End of the third inning.
After a leadoff infield single from Jack Archibald, YD goes 1-2-3. A double play rolled by Armando Briseño, and then a fly out to right field from Jordan Crossland ends the frame. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base for YD. Tied at 4 as we head to the 4th inning on the Cape Cod Baseball Network, and Noah Bentley still out for another inning. Back in just a moment with Jake Klein on play-by-play on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Sports Radio, play-by-play. Go A's, Chatham on GRC.
Cape Cod Healthcare is proud to be the official healthcare provider of the Cape Cod Baseball League and shares a reminder that when you donate blood, you give someone the gift of life. Blood donated through Cape Cod Healthcare benefits your friends, family, and neighbors across Cape Cod. Learn more and schedule a donation appointment at www.capecodhealth.org/give-blood. Cape Cod Healthcare, caring, commitment, and community. For sales and rentals of Caterpillar machinery, generators, and marine engines, visit MiltonCat.com, your area cat dealer. Milton Cat, the Cape and Islands Caterpillar dealer, is proud to be a sponsor of today's game. Top of the fourth on the Cape Cod Baseball Network, and Jake Klein has your middle innings.
All right, Hudson, we start the fourth in a 4-4 tie between Chatham and Yarmouth-Dennis. Final regular season home game for the Red Sox, final road game for the A's. Right-hander Noah Bentley back out, faces the lefty hitting Jake Hanley. First pitch in the dirt, 1-0. Hanley walked his first time up. That was last half inning, when YD pitching walked 5 Chatham batters, including 2 at the bases loaded. 1-0, up and away, 2-0. 4 of those walks were issued by the reliever Trey Lawrence, who was pulled mid-inning. Bentley walked the 5th. 2-0. Chopped right side. Carreras jogs to his right, fields belt high. Throw to first in time. Beats Hanley by a step. And there's one away. Jake Hanley grounds out to second. He is 0 for 1. And in a 4-4 tie in the top of the fourth, Cade Arambidi comes to the plate with nobody on and one away. Right on right matchup with Bentley. First pitch in the dirt, 1-0. Falls behind another Chatham hitter. Bentley pulls the glove over his face. The windup, the 1-0. Fastball just outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Bentley came into the game with an ERA over 10. They walked in a run last half inning, but not charged to him. 2-0. Lined left side over short. It drops into left center field, a base hit. Cade Arambidi has hits on back-to-back nights. He's aboard for the second time today, and Chatham has a 1-out base runner. Arambidi had not had a hit in 10 days before he singled last night in the 3rd inning of the loss to Orleans. He now has hits on back-to-back days for the first time this summer. He's on first with 1 out for Jackson Freeman. First pitch, breaking ball downstairs. Bentley misses low on the 3rd straight hitter to start the at-bat. 4-4 tie, top of the 4th. Runner on first, 1 out, pick to first. Arambidi dives back head first. Bentley set from the stretch, 1-0. Fastball inside. The catcher McAndrews lunges toward the back of the left-handed box to grab it. 2 balls and no strikes on Jackson Freeman. Arambidi takes another lead with 1 out. He's on first, held by Carpentier. 2-0. Fastball just downstairs. 3 balls, no strikes. That low part of the zone has been a point of contention for both managers in this game, from home plate umpire Will Bowers. Squats way down ahead of a 3-0. Down and away, ball 4. Jackson Freeman walks on 4 pitches. 6 walks issued by Yarmouth-Dennis relief pitching today after the starter pitcher did not walk anyone in his 2 innings. Arambidi goes up to second. Freeman trots to first. Chatham has 2 on with 1 away for Daniel Jackson. The active Chatham team leader with 4 home runs. Right on right, the first pitch. Downstairs. Bentley has fallen behind 1-0 on all 4 Chatham hitters in the inning. Fell behind 2-0 on 2 of the first 3. 1-0 to Jackson. Breaking ball up and away. Another 2-0 count. Jackson today is 0 for 1. He lined to center, also walked and scored in the 3rd. Part of that 3-run inning for the A's that turned a 4-1 deficit into a tie game. That's where we stand, 4-4 in the top of the 4th. First and second, 1 out, the pitch. Grounded left side, Hakopian snares it. Throw to second for 1. Carreras relays to first. Got him! Double play! Chatham gets 2 on the base paths with 1 out, but Daniel Jackson grounds into an inning-ending 5-4-3 double play. And the A's go down in the top of the 4th without a run. No runs on 1 hit for the A's, no errors, and after the double play, just 1 man left on base. After 3.5 at Red Wilson Field in South Yarmouth, it's Chatham 4 and YD 4. Jackson rolls into the inning-ending double play, and we go to the bottom of the 4th on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Chatham on TRC, Cape Cod.
For over 100 years, Rogers Gray has helped protect Cape Cod families and businesses. Now as the Baldwin Group, they're the same home team with a new name on the jersey. From your first car to your dream home to your business venture, the Baldwin Group brings expanded resources as your insurance partner in protecting the possible with the same local service you trust. The Baldwin Group is proud to be the official insurance partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Visit baldwin.com/RogersGray to learn more. Quincy College is also proud to sponsor the Cape Cod Baseball League and celebrate the students chasing their dreams on and off the field. Quincy College, Plymouth, Quincy, and online. Let's get to work. Time for the bottom of the 4th at Red Wilson Field, home of the YD Red Sox. It is a 4-4 tie between Yarmouth-Dennis and Chatham. With Hudson Ridley, I'm Jake Klein. Right-handed hitting Dean Carpentier leads it off against the lefty starter Gavin Jones of Chatham. First pitch, changeup. Just low, right near the knees of the 6'5" right-handed hitter. But Jones does not get the call from Will Bowers, the home plate umpire. It's 1-0 on Carpentier. 1-0 pitch. Swung on and lined toward left center. Freeman jogs in. It drops in front of him, a base hit. Dean Carpentier has his 2nd knock of the day. He doubled in the 2nd, now he singles to lead off the 1st. And YD has a no-out base runner for Yomar Carreras. Right-handed hitting second baseman stands in against the lefty Jones, who's just surrendered his 6th hit of the ball game. Checks first, now the first pitch. In the dirt. Check swing, did he go? No, on appeal to the right side umpire, Jeff Kinney. Chatham dugout barking out at Kinney, the first base umpire, wanted the call on a close check swing by Carreras. Runner on first, nobody out. Lefty Jones picks to first. Carpentier gets back standing. Count still a ball and no strikes on Yomar Carreras at the plate. A's defense straight up against the right-handed hitter. 1-0. Popped up, foul territory first base side, it's out of play. A ball and a strike. Only 3 hits for the A's, but they've drawn 6 walks in the game and are tied with Yarmouth-Dennis 4-4 in the bottom of the 4th. 1-1 pitch. Popped up. Foul territory first base side again, this time playable for Stallman on the warning track in front of the dugout. He makes the catch for the first out.
The catcher from Fordham, number 44,
Yomar Carreras pops out in foul ground, and there is one gone. There are warning tracks in front of the dugouts at Red Wilson Field. That's the only place where they exist. Not behind the plate by the backstop, not by the outfield fence. One away, Tommy McAndrews steps in from the right side. Pick to first, Carpentier back standing. Stallman jumps up to glove the throw from the pitcher, Jones. McAndrews, right-handed hitting catcher out of Fordham. Hit a sacrifice fly to center and picked up an RBI last time. First pitch, runner goes, pitches a fastball inside the throw to second. Not in time. Aaron Beatty left the throw a little bit high. Lane had to jump for it and could not come down to get the tag on Carpentier in time. Stolen base for Dean Carpentier. He fist bumps Roman Martin, the Chatham shortstop. And there's a runner in scoring position with one out. Count 1-0 on McAndrews at the plate. The pitch. Fastball downstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. You've got a UCLA shortstop for Chatham, who just bumped fists with a USC base runner for YD. (2-0). Fastball, line, shallow left. Hanley sprints in. It dunks down in front of him, a base hit. Runner holds up at third, much to the chagrin of the Red Wilson Field crowd. The throw comes in. It's cut off. McAndrews is aboard with a 1-out single, and Carpentier moves to third. It would have been a close play at home.
The right fielder
had
from
Carpentier
UC
run and
San
Hanley
Diego,
made an
number
on-target
40,
throw.
Nick Costello.
But the YD third base coach opts to hold Carpentier. And now the Red Sox have runners on the corners with 1 out for Nick Costello, the 9-hole hitter, who homered last time up. Hit a 2-run shot in the second. First pitch in the dirt. Aaron Beatty blocks it. It nestles in the dirt right underneath him. Count a ball and no strikes on Nick Costello. Carpentier on third. McAndrews on first with 1 out. 4-4 tie in the bottom of the fourth. Jones comes set. 1-0 pitch. Check swing. He went around on a low fastball. A ball and a strike on Costello. Top of the order, Jace Tarnish on deck. He's 2 for 2. (1-1). Breaking ball. Called a strike. Costello checked his swing. May have gone around, but it doesn't matter. Will Bowers calls strike 2. A ball and 2 strikes on Costello. Left-hander Jones peers in. Runners on the corners, 1 out. A pick to first. McAndrews dives back safely. Sometimes the situation would dictate the runner from first taking off here, try to get the double play out of order, but McAndrews does not run well. 1-2, fastball just outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. McAndrews, a catcher, has not attempted a steal in his first 5 Cape League games. Leads off of first with 1 out, the 2-2. Breaking ball, called strike 3. Jones paints the slider at the top of the zone. He picks up a big strikeout of Nick Costello.
And
now there are 2 away with runners on the
Kentucky,
corners.
Number 25, Jace Harnish.
(4-4) tie. Chatham and YD in the bottom of the fourth. And now the right-handed hitting leadoff man, Jace Tarnish, comes to the plate. Lefty's first pitch. Grounded left side, snared at third by Mazan. He spins and throws to second in time to end the inning.
End of the
a flashy inning-ending play from
Chatham
Trace Mazan in his first start at third. He forces out the runner McAndrews at second, and Jones escapes the fourth with no damage. No Yarmouth-Dennis runs on 2 hits. No errors and 2 men left on base. After 4 in South Yarmouth, it is Yarmouth-Dennis 4 and Chatham 4. The A's send Fralick, Martin, and Stallman to the plate next on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Chatham on TRC, Cape Cod.
Like tell you about now, baby. You know, know she comes around. Just about 5 feet 4 from her head to the ground. You know she comes around here just about midnight. She make her feel so good, Lord. She make her feel alright. And her name is G. L. Whoa. R. I. G-L-Y. Gloria. G-L-Y. Gloria. I'm gonna shout it all night. Gloria. I'm gonna shout it every day. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Back at Red Wilson Field, time for the top of the 5th between Chatham and YD. It is a 4-4 tie with Hudson Ridley. I'm Jake Klein. Chase Freilich, Roman Martin, and Reed Stallman. 3-4-5 in the Chatham order, in to face the righty Noah Bentley. First pitch to Freilich, outside, 1-0. Freilich today is 1 of 2. Flied to left and hammered a single off the center field fence. 1-0. Breaking ball down and in. 2 balls, no strikes on Chase Freilich. Bentley fell behind every hitter he faced last half inning, but did not allow a run. 2-0. Fastball outside, 3-0. Bentley got Daniel Jackson to roll into an inning-ending double play to escape traffic. 3-0. Fastball called a strike, upper inside corner of the zone. It's 3-1. 4-4 tie between Chatham and YD in the top of the 5th. Second to last game of the season. 3-1. Fastball called a strike. Outside corner, 3-2. Freilich started his walk down to first. Now returns to the left-handed batter's box ahead of a payoff pitch. Bentley looks in and comes set from the stretch. Payoff. Swing and a foul tip, strike 3. Chase Freilich strikes out, 1 away, top of the 5th.
The shortstop from UCLA, number 21, Roman
As
Martin.
Roman Martin comes to the plate with nobody on and 1 away, we'll check Major League Baseball scores presented by Mahi Gold. In the top of the 6th, the Marlins lead 2-0 over the Yankees after last night's New York catastrophe. Right on right, Bentley against Martin. Here's the first pitch. Fastball just outside, 1-0. Yankees last night blew leads of 6-0, 9-4, and 12-10 in the 9th. Rockies up 7-4 on the Pirates after a wild one of their own last night. 1-0. Fastball popped up right side of the infield. Carreras, the second baseman, jogs over, shuffles to his left. He makes the catch for the second out. Roman Martin pops out, 2 up, 2 down in the top of the 5th for Noah Bentley, and now Reed Stallman comes to the plate.
Reed Stallman.
Last night, the Pirates went up 9-0 in the top of the 1st inning against the Rockies, and the Rockies came back to win on a 3-run home run, 18-17. Highest scoring game of the year in Major League Baseball. Nobody on, 2 out for Reed Stallman. First pitch, breaking ball down and in, 1-0. Other scores today, Tigers up 5-0 on the Phillies. In D.C., the Brewers lead the Nationals 5-2. Red Sox are up 6-3 over the Astros at Fenway. 1-0. Breaking ball called a strike. A ball and a strike. Mets 5, Giants 4 in Queens. Mariners and Rangers are tied at 2 in Seattle. Guardians and Twins locked up at 4 in Cleveland. 1-1 to Reed Stallman. Grounded hard right side but foul. Off the netting in front of the Chatham dugout. It's 1-2. Later tonight at 7:15, you've got the Speedway Classic. Reds and Braves from Bristol Motor Speedway in Tennessee. 1-2 to Stallman. Breaking ball down and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And they are expecting to set a new Major League attendance record at that game tonight, which will break the old one from Mile High Stadium in Colorado. 2-2 in the dirt. Skips right past Stallman's front right foot, and the count goes full. I think they're expecting over 85,000 at Bristol Motor Speedway. Nobody on, 2 out, the 3-2. Upstairs, ball 4. Reed Stallman walks for the second time today. He is aboard with 2 out. Yarmouth-Dennis and Chatham tied at 4 in the top of the 5th.
Isaiah Lane.
Couple of other games later tonight. Zach Gallen, a Chatham A in 2014 and 2015, starts for Arizona at the A's in Sacramento at 10:05 Eastern. White Sox and Angels go at 10:07 from Anaheim. First pitch to Isaiah Lane. Chopped foul behind home plate. Trickles toward the backstop. 0-1. Cardinals face the Padres in San Diego at 10:10. Also 3 games that have already gone final today. Rays beat the Dodgers 4-0. Orioles beat the Cubs 4-3. 0-1. Clocked right center field. Costello jogs back into the gap in front of the wall. He jogs back in and makes the catch to end the inning.
Middle of the 5th
So
inning,
Noah Bentley works
Whitey
around
4,
the walk.
Chatham 4.
Lane flies
The Whitey
out
Red
to
Sox
end
wanna
the
thank
frame.
our friends
No
at
Chatham
Ring
runs, no
Brothers
hits, no errors, and
Marketplace.
1 man left
Since
on base. We're
2002,
halfway
Ring
done
Brothers has
on the
been
Cape Cod
bringing
Baseball
together the
Network.
finest
It's
local
Chatham
food
4 and
vendors
YD
to
4
provide
on
a
the Cape Cod
quintessential
Baseball
neighborhood
Network.
The Cape's leader, sports radio, play-by-play. Go A's! Chatham on TIC, Cape Cod. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Oh, living on a prayer. Time has got his 6-string high. Now he's holding in what he used to make it talk so tough. It's tough. Gina dreams of running away. She cries in the nighttime and whispers, "Baby, it's okay." Someday we gotta hold on to what we got. It doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. We got each other, and that's a lot for love. We'll give it a shot.
We're halfway there on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. It is Chatham 4 and Yarmouth-Dennis 4 as we enter the bottom of the 5th at Red Wilson Field. Gavin Jones, the Chatham left-handed starter, back out for his 5th inning of work.
The third baseman from
He faces
Texas
the right-handed
A&M,
hitting 2-hole
number
hitter
10,
Chris Hakopian
Hakopian.
to start the frame. These two teams scoreless since Chatham put 3 up in the top of the 3rd. Now the bottom of the 5th begins with a left-on-right matchup. Jones winds up. First pitch, bottom 5. Fastball bounced toward short on 1 hop. Roman Martin goes back on it, throws to first in time. A stretch by Reed Stallman, who goes into the splits, and there is 1 away. Kind of an in-between hop for Martin at short. He wasn't sure whether to go in and try to catch it in the air or back up and play it on a hop. Opted for the latter, and then with his momentum fading toward left field, he threw to first, and Stallman needed every bit of that stretch to get Hakopian. So 1 away, nobody on for Archimone. First pitch, waved at and missed. 0-1. Archimone is 1 of 1 today. He's been on base twice with a 4-pitch walk in the first and with a dribble single down the first base line in the 3rd. 0-1. Tapped foul hits the umpire on 1 hop. Almost got up under the face mask of Will Bowers. Seems like that protective old school style catcher's mask did the trick. So 0-2 on Archimone. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. It bounces as Arambidi slaps the tag on Archimone. He strikes out. There are 2 away.
The shortstop from Cal State Fullerton, number 7, Armando Briseño.
So no runners on base with 2 away, and the right-handed hitting Briseño stands in. First pitch is popped up, foul territory down the right field line and out of play. No balls and a strike on Briseño. Right-handed hitting shortstop today is 0 for 2. He's flied to left and grounded into a 5-4-3 double play in the third. He has swung all 3 times today at the first pitch he's seen. Oh, 1. Lined up the middle and into center field, a base hit. Briseño drops his bat halfway up the first base line as he jogs to first. He's on with a 2-out single. 7th hit of the day for Yarmouth-Dennis. And the YD Red Sox have a 2-out base runner. At least 1 runner has reached in every inning for YD today. And now Gavin Jones goes back into the stretch with a runner on first with 2 away and Jordan Crossland at the plate. First pitch, fastball tails inside, 1-0. Crossland, a recent addition to this Yarmouth-Dennis roster, just his 3rd game today. Runner on first, 2 out. 1-0 from Jones. Swing and a miss. Crossland way ahead of a breaking ball. It's 1-1. It's the A's 4 and the Red Sox 4 in the bottom of the 5th. 1-1. Fastball just inside. 2 balls and a strike on Crossland. Stares down at third base, where the YD third base coach drops the signs. Briseño takes his lead off of first with 2 out. The pitch. Dribbled back to the mound, and they rule it foul. It hit Crossland in the right-handed batter's box. He limps away toward the YD dugout on the third base side as the umpire Bowers and catcher Arambidi walk out to the mound to give the batter a chance to shake it off.
He had pushed his left leg forward to stride into it, and then as soon as he knocked it off his leg, it was at a trajectory where it just kind of bounced off and gave it the maximum amount of roll that it could possibly have off your body and spun back. He was in quite a bit of pain grimacing there.
Shanks his right arm as he steps in. Widens his stance for a 2-2 pitch from Jones. Left-hander delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 3. It's in the dirt. Runner jogs to first. Arambidi picks it up and guns down in time to end the inning. Gavin Jones works around the 2-out single by Briseño. He hangs a 0 in the 5th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We go to the 6th at Red Wilson Field. A hit by Briseño, but nothing more. It's 4-4 after 5.
Chatham A's on the air.
I got so down and out in Frisco, tired of the pills and the rain. I picked up headed for the sunshine. I left a good thing behind. Seemed all of our love was in vain. Now my baby's coming in on the Tucson train. I come here looking for an new life.
Mazan today has K'd twice. Swinging in the second and then looking in the third on a breaking ball he thought was inside. 1-0. Inside. Backs him off the plate. No question about that one. 2-0. Makes his first start at third today. He's been the regular second baseman for the last week. 2-0, hit him. Gets him in the front left arm, just above the elbow on the inside of the arm. I don't know if his protective arm guard really helped him out there. But he'll take the hit by pitch, jogs down to first, and Chatham has the leadoff man aboard. Runner on first, nobody out as Jake Hanley steps in. Left-handed hitter is 0 for 1 with a walk, a run scored, and a ground out to second. Pick to first, runner back standing. Hudson, you've got a check of Cape League scores presented by Sweet Tomatoes Pizza.
Sure do, Jake. Only game that's close to our point, Bourne and Cotuit. It's 5-2 Bourne in the top of the 5th out in Cotuit.
First pitch to Hanley. Fastball down and away, 1-0.
2 more games in action right now. Harwich on top of Brewster, 1-0 in the bottom of the 2nd, with runners on first and second for Harwich. They can add on more.
Hanley with the 1-0. Downstairs, 2-0.
At this point, Harwich, too, has fallen behind Orleans for the first place lead. A win today for the Mariners would jump them ahead with a loss from Orleans. Falmouth and Wareham scoreless in the top of the first. That one is just underway in Wareham.
2-0 from Bentley. Upstairs, 3 balls and no strikes.
Only other game today, Hyannis at Orleans. That's a 6:30 first pitch, so 24 minutes before first pitch from Orleans.
3-0 to Hanley. He swings and pops it foul. Third base side and out of play over the protective netting, 3-1. Runner on first, nobody out, 3-1. Outside, ball 4. A hit by pitch and a walk to start the inning, issued by the right-handed reliever Noah Bentley. And there are 2 on with nobody out for the Chatham 9-hole hitter Cade Arambidi. First pitch. Breaking ball down and away. He checks his swing. Appeal to first. No swing, says Jeff Kinney, the right side umpire. It's 1-0. One-0 pitch. Breaking ball outside, 2-0. Since he entered the game mid-third inning, Bentley, the righty, has walked 4 and hit a batter. He's only allowed 1 hit. 2-0. Fastball called a strike just above the knees. 2 balls and 1 strike on Arambidi. He's 1 of 1 today. A walk, a run scored, and a single. That came in the 4th. 4-4 tie in the top of the 6th. 2 on, nobody out, 2-1. Cut on and missed. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Arambidi. Right-hander Bentley deals. In the dirt, 3-2. Arambidi stays in the right-handed box as the catcher McAndrews blocks it, then walks out in front of home to throw it back. Runners lead off of first and second with nobody out. 3-2 pitch coming to Cade Arambidi. Bentley checks second and comes home. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Arambidi strikes out, 1 away.
The center fielder from Northwestern, number 49, Jackson Freeman.
Mazan still at second, Hanley still at first. The YD defense shifts against the left-handed hitting Jackson Freeman. Outfield plays him to pull, so does the infield ever so slightly. Pick to second, Mazan dives back head first. The left fielder Crossland way off the line, pulled toward the gap in left center field. Costello in right, ever so slightly toward the line. First pitch, breaking ball tails inside, 1-0. Infield has mostly stayed straight up. Carreras pulls a little bit toward the first base line. The big change is the shortstop Briseño almost right behind the bag at second. 1-0. Breaking ball called a strike outside corner. A ball and a strike on Freeman. Of course, these Scott Pickler shifts change with runners on base. They can still move the shortstop with a runner on second. In fact, it makes it easier to try to pick off. 1-1. Tapped foul at home plate off of the inside of Freeman's front right leg. It's a ball and 2 strikes on the left-handed hitter.
This shift here is just begging for Freeman to hit one down the left field line. Hakopian's about 40 feet off the bag at third.
1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Freeman hurls an expletive as he swings over a breaking ball. Back-to-back strikeouts for the righty Bentley,
Right fielder
and there are
from the
2 away.
University of Georgia, number 2, Daniel Jackson.
So runners on first and second now, 2 out. Daniel Jackson comes to the plate. Right on right, first pitch. Breaking ball called a strike, inside corner, 0-1. Jackson 0 for 2 today. He's lined to center and grounded into a 5-4-3 double play. The pitch. Breaking ball whacked on the ground to third. Hakopian fields by the line. All he's got to do is tap on third. He steps on it, forces out Mazan, and the inning is over. Daniel Jackson grounds into the fielder's choice. It goes 5 unassisted, and the inning ends. Chatham gets the first 2 runners on base, but does not score. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. To the bottom of the 6th in a 4-4 tie.
Chatham A's on the air.
Well, it was nearly summer. We sat on your roof. Yeah, we smoked cigarettes and we stared at the moon. And I showed you stars you never could see. Bet it couldn't have been that easy to forget about me. Baby, time meant nothing, anything seemed real. Yeah, you could kiss like fire when you made me feel like every word you said was meant to be. No, it couldn't have been that easy to forget about me. Baby, even the losers.
Sports Picks. Sunderland
Hi, this is
pitching.
Jackson
And of
Freeman
course,
from Northwestern
thank you to
University.
Major
You're
League
listening to
Baseball
Chatham
for over
A's
50
Baseball
years
with Jake
of
Klein
support.
and Hudson Ridley on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Back at Red Wilson Field in South Yarmouth, Chatham and Yarmouth-Dennis locked in a 4-4 tie as we start the bottom of the 6th. With Hudson
The first
Ridley,
baseman
I'm
from
Jake Klein.
USC,
Dean
number
Carpentier,
18,
the right-handed
Dean
hitting
Carpentier.
YD first baseman, leads off. He faces Chatham's lefty starter Gavin Jones, who's trying to become just the 3rd different angler pitcher to make it through 6 innings on the summer. He would join Duke Stone and Caden Smith, who have combined to do it 3 times. Left on right, first pitch to Carpentier. Fastball low, check swing appeal to first. No swing, says Jeff Kinney. It's 1-0. Fastball chopped on the ground right side. Lane shuffles once to his right, fields at second. His throw to first in time for the first out.
The second baseman from
Dean
Rutgers,
Carpentier
number 12,
retired for the first time
Yomar
today.
Herrera.
He had a double and a single earlier, but this time grounds out to second. And there's one gone. Right-handed hitting Yomar Carrera stands in. Nobody on, 1 out. Jones delivers. Fastball popped up, first base side and out of play. 0-1. Carreras popped up into foul ground to the first baseman Stallman his last time up. After on the prior pitch, he hit a foul ball pretty similar to that one. 0-1. Lined left side, right at Martin. He steps to his right and makes the catch. Carrera smashes it, but right to Chatham's shortstop. 2 gone.
The catcher from Fordham, number 44, Tommy McAndrews.
So 2 quick outs for Gavin Jones in the inning. He's thrown only 4 pitches for the first 2 outs in this bottom of the 6th with nobody on and 2 away. Right-handed hitting Tommy McAndrews stands in. First pitch, swung on and blasted out to right. Jackson trots back, fighting the sun. He twists around and makes the catch in front of the wall in right. It's a 5-pitch inning for Gavin Jones. He's up to 67 total on the day through 6 innings, and this game remains tied. Carpentier grounds out, Carreras lines out, and McAndrews flies out, nothing across for YD. To the 7th in a 4-4 tie on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Coming up over New York City. School bus driver in a traffic jam, staring at the faces in a rearview mirror, looking at the promise of the promised land. One kid dreams of fame and fortune. One kid helps pay the rent. One could end up going to prison. One just might be president.
Back at Red Wilson Field, time for the 7th inning. Chatham and Yarmouth-Dennis are tied at 4 with Hudson Ridley. I'm Jake Klein. Chase Freilich, the Chatham 3-hole hitter, leads it off. It is 3, 4, and 5 in the A's order. Another inning for the right-handed reliever Noah Bentley. First pitch to Freilich. Breaking ball called a strike, low outside corner, 0-1. YD scored 1 in the first and 3 in the second. Chatham scored 1 in the second and 3 in the third. No runs since that top of the third. 0-1, down and in. It bounces to the catcher McAndrews, 1-1. YD defense shifted to pull against the left-hander Freilich. 1-1. Fastball bounces well in front of home plate. Hops up off the catcher McAndrews, bounces down the first base line. It's 2 balls and a strike on Freilich.
That nearly hit McAndrews in the neck, and then he had no idea where it went. He was looking around behind him. Where'd that go? He just couldn't find it.
2-1 on Freilich. Right-hander Bentley comes home. Up and away, 3-1. 4 walks and a hit by pitch to just 1 hit surrendered by the right-hander Bentley, who came in the middle of the third and is now pitched into the 7th. The pitch, upstairs, ball 4. 5th walk issued by Noah Bentley, and Chatham has a leadoff base runner in the top of the 7th as Freilich jogs down with a walk, on for the 2nd time today.
The shortstop from UCLA, number
Bentley has thrown 70 pitches, only 30 of them for strikes.
7 Chatham batters have walked today, individually.
Right-handed hitting Roman Martin is one of them. He stands in with the runner on first and nobody out. First pitch, breaking ball called a strike, 0-1.
So it makes it 9 total walks and a hit by pitch to just 3 hits today for Chatham. 2 of the runs of the A's 4 have also been walked in.
The YD starter, Tyler Pitzer, didn't walk anybody. First pitch in the dirt, 1-0. It skips away from Freilich, or rather McAndrews. Freilich takes off for second. McAndrews chases after it, and Freilich stays at first. He took 3 or 4 hard steps towards second. McAndrews chased the ball up the third base line in foul ground, and Freilich scampered back before a throw came. 1-1 to Martin. Righty comes home. Inside, Martin twists out of the way of it. 2 balls and a strike. Third game in a row with a hit for Martin. He doubled and scored in the second on Isaiah Lane's sacrifice fly, which at the time tied this game at 1. Now 4-4, top of the 7th. 2-1, way upstairs, 3-1. Just one of the first 8 pitches in the inning, or sorry, 2 of the first 9 pitches in the inning have been in the zone from the righty Bentley, and now Jeff Pickler, the YD pitching coach, takes the slow walk out to go to the mound.
Doesn't look like he's pointing to any pitch comm issues here. This just seems to be a genuine meeting. He's already done that once this game.
Goes out to talk with Bentley, joined by the catcher McAndrews. The rest of the YD infielders remain at their positions. It's Chatham 4 and YD 4. Top of the 7th. Runner is on first with nobody out, and Martin in a 3-1 count at the plate. There is a pitcher loosening in the Yarmouth-Dennis bullpen in foul territory, out of play down the left field line. It's a righty getting loose. He'd be the 4th YD pitcher of the day. Mound visit over. Bentley stares in for the sign ahead of a 3-1 pitch to Roman Martin. The set, the pitch. Breaking ball, called a strike, very top of the zone. Stripes the letters on Martin's blue jersey. He grimaces as he backs out of the box in a full count. Bentley ready. Looks at first, 3-2. Breaking ball called, strike 3. Martin buckled by the breaking ball.
The first baseman from Mississippi State, number 55.
It's the 5th, make it the 6th
Stallman.
strikeout for the right-hander Bentley out of the YD bullpen, and that'll be all for him. Scott Pickler this time. The manager makes the walk out to the mound, and Noah Bentley's day is done. He throws 76 pitches, and as the 3rd YD pitcher of the day, goes 4 innings flat. We've got a pitching change. Reed Stallman coming to the plate with a runner on first and 1 out. It is a 4-4 tie between Chatham and Yarmouth-Dennis. We'll get you everything you need to know about the 4th Yarmouth-Dennis pitcher when we return. We're all tied up at Red Wilson Field on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Chatham on TRC, Cape Cod.
Did you write the book of love, and do you have faith in God above? If the Bible tells you so. Do you believe in rock and roll? Can music save your mortal soul? And can you teach me how to dance real slow? Well, I know that you're in love with him, 'cause I saw you dancing in the gym. You both kicked off your shoes. Man, I dig those rhythm and blues. I was a lonely teenage bronc and buck with a pink carnation and a pickup truck. But I knew I was out of luck the day the music died. I started singing Bye Bye Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye and singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. Now for 10 years we've been on our own, and moss grows fat on a rolling stone. But that's not how it used to be. When the jester sang for the king and queen in a coat he borrowed from James Dean.
stole his thorny crown. The courtroom was adjourned. No verdict was
It's a Chatham Bars In call to the bullpen for the YD Red Sox with a runner on first and one out in a 4-4 tie in the top of the seventh. With Hudson Ridley, I'm Jake Klein. Sean Zaslaw, righty from Bryant, makes his Cape League debut. Faces the lefty hitting Reed Stallman. Runner aboard first, one out. First pitch to Stallman. Line foul to the backstop, 0-1. Zaslaw is a 6'1", 200-pound right-hander. Plays for the former Chatham A. Ryan Klosterman, the head coach at Bryant, and he's a native of Weymouth, Massachusetts. Checks Freilich at first with one out. Comes to a set. 0-1 to Stallman. Fastball outside, a ball and a strike. Zaslaw, another one of the pitchers for Yarmouth-Dennis that Scott Pickler, the manager, says he just wants to get a look at. Watch him pitch live for the first time since he's been added to the roster ahead of the Cape League playoffs. 1-1, swing and a miss. A ball and two strikes on Stallman. He chased after a low breaking ball. Regular season finales across the Cape are tomorrow, and then the playoffs start on Tuesday. YD at present would be the 4 seed. 1-2. In the dirt, Stallman lays off. McAndrews blocks it as it rolls up the first base line into foul ground. Freilich retreats to first. Chatham 4, Yarmouth-Dennis 4, top of the 7th. No lights at Red Wilson Field, so this game will go as long as daylight allows. Pick to first, and Freilich gets back standing. No tag applied by Dean Carpentier, the Yarmouth-Dennis first baseman. Righty Zaslaw ready. 2-2 to Stallman. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. Back-to-back strikeouts for YD pitchers. Bentley strikes out the last batter he faces, and then Zaslaw strikes out the first. One away in the top, or rather 2 away in the top of the 7th. Runner still on first, and Isaiah Lane comes up. And before the first pitch, Isaiah Lane did not establish eye contact with the pitcher Zaslaw. Now in, first pitch, downstairs, 1-0. 8 hits for YD to just 3 hits for Chatham, but this game is tied at 4 in the top of the 7th. 2 out and a runner on first. 1-0. In tight. Brushes Lane back. He pulls his hands in tight toward his chest. And the count 2 balls and no strikes. Freilich takes his lead with 2 out. Zaslaw's 2-0. Down and away. 3 balls and no strikes on Lane. Today he's 0 for 2, does have a sacrifice fly and an RBI on a hard hit fly ball to center. – 3-0 pitch upstairs. And that is ball 4. Chance of strike him out before the 3-0, which of course is impossible. And Lane walks. Second walk of the inning and the 10th of the day issued by Yarmouth-Dennis pitching. Their runners on first and second with 2 out for Trace Mazan.
I think they're still searching for the pitch that gets you 3 strikes at once. That gets found out.
There's literally
That's
a
valuable.
song that says that 3 strikes and you're out. Do they not know it?
It's about to come up.
First pitch to Mazan, down and away, 1-0. He nods approvingly at the home plate umpire, Will Bowers. I hope it's about to come up.
That's not played at all Cape League ballparks. That
which is
true.
a travesty.
I agree.
1-0. Fastball called a strike, outside corner. 2 balls, no strikes. or rather 1 ball, 1 strike on Mazan. Freilich on second, Lane on first with 2 out. 4-4 tie, top of the 7th. 1-1. Breaking ball outside. The catcher, McAndrews, lunges toward the back of the left-handed box to grab it. Right-handed hitting Mazan in a 2-1 count. Zaslaw ready. 2-1. Up and away. 3-1 on Trace Mazan. And Zaslaw in danger of walking back-to-back hitters. Right-hander comes set. Cast in shadow. 3-1. Fastball low, ball 4. It is the second walk for Zaslaw and the 11th of the day issued by Yarmouth-Dennis pitching.
From the University of Indiana, number 34, Jake Hanley.
Mazan takes first. He joins the party of Chatham players who have walked today. And now every A has drawn a walk in this game.
Wow.
All 9 of them. Bases are loaded for Hanley. First pitch. Backs him off the plate inside, 1-0. The windup in the 1-0. Fastball called a strike right down the heart, 1-1. Each batter has walked once except for Stallman and Hanley, who have each walked twice. First pitch. Line left field side. Will it stay fair? No. It's just barely foul by only a foot or so. Would have been extra bases as it rolled into foul ground toward the YD bullpen. Instead, a long strike 1 for Cade Arambidi.
And with the current speed on the base paths for Chatham, Hanley's a fast guy from first. If that rolls up for extra bases, could be a potential that he clears him.
Instead, an 0-1 count. Bases loaded, 2 out. Chatham in front, 5-4. The pitch, grounded left side. Hakopian snares it at third. Throw to second for 1. Hanley runs through, and they rule him out. Hanley sprinted through second and went to third. Jeff Merzel, the left side umpire, banged him out. And the Chatham base runners are baffled by the call, and Dennis Cook is up out of the A's dugout.
Yeah. He beat that.
He intentionally ran through the bag, which they say is what you're supposed to do in a 2-out, force-out situation. And now Dennis Cook will meet with Jeff Merzel, the left side umpire. Hanley with the headsy smart play. It looked like he got the foot in, but we'll have to see. Merzel greets Dennis Cook, and Dennis Cook rolls his head back. Gets a word in, but not enough to change the call, and we'll take a break. 5-4, the Chatham lead after 6.5. It's time to stretch at Red Wilson Field.
Cape Cod Baseball Network and the A's. Sports Radio play-by-play. Chatham A's on the air.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never go back. 'Cause it's a root for the home team. And
To the bottom of the 7th at Red Wilson Field, Chatham has jumped in front of Yarmouth-Dennis 5-4, but left the bases loaded in the last half inning when Aaron Beatty grounded out 5-4. Left-hander Gavin Jones back to the mound for the 7th. First pitch to Costello in the dirt, 1-0. Jones attempting to become the first Chatham pitcher of the season to work through 7 innings. Threw only 5 pitches last half inning. 1-0. Upstairs, 2-0. The next pitch will be his 70th of the day. Left on left. Jones winds up. 2-0. In the dirt, 3-0. Was a long layoff there for Jones after his quick 6th inning, I should say, when he threw only 5 pitches and then had to wait 20 minutes or so for that top of the 7th to transpire. 3-0, high ball 4. He walked him on 4 pitches. And YD has the game-tying run aboard first. It's Costello as the order turns over. It is 5-4 Chatham in the bottom of the 7th. And Jace Tarnish walks up to the plate from the right side. Today he is 2 for 3. And ahead of the first pitch to Tarnish, Jay Powell goes to the pitcher's mound. He'll meet Cade Aaron Beatty and Gavin Jones, the pitcher and catcher there. There is a pitcher warming in the Chatham bullpen as the entire infield conferences.
No signal yet from Powell. Obviously, you have a concern with a 4-pitch walk in Jones to the lead batter of the inning, but he has settled things down after struggling earlier.
And now Jay Powell makes the gesture to the bullpen, and he's going to bring in the reliever. The day is done for Gavin Jones. He works into the 7th, but finishes with 6 innings pitched. Caleb Freeman is coming in. Chatham is in front 5-4. Freeman will make his 5th Cape League appearance on the other side. Chatham 5, Yarmouth-Dennis 4, going down to the wire at Red Wilson Field. And the A's make a Chatham Barzin call to the bullpen on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Chatham on TRZ, Cape Cod.
Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Someday, yeah, we'll put it together and we'll get it undone. Someday when your head is much lighter. Someday, yeah, we'll walk in the rays of a beautiful sun. Someday when the world is much brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna be easier. Ooh, child, things will be brighter. Ooh, child, things are gonna be easier. Ooh, child, things will be brighter. Someday, put it together and we'll get it undone. Someday, someday, we'll walk in the rays of a beautiful sun. Someday, brighter.
Caleb Freeman comes into the game, protecting a 5-4 Chatham lead in the bottom of the 7th. With Hudson Ridley, I'm Jake Klein. YD down by 1 has the game-tying run on first after the starter Gavin Jones departs. And the right-handed sidewinder Caleb Freeman out of Jacksonville University, bound for Eastern Kentucky, takes over. First pitch to the righty hitting Jace Tarnish, but first he picks to first. And the runner dives back head first. He's just as sidearm on the pickoff move as he is on the pitch.
He really is. He says his velocity went up when he started throwing sidearm, which I don't think I've ever heard.
Runner on first, nobody out. Right on right, first pitch to Tarnish. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. Tarnish collapses to one knee, then flails over the plate and gets up with a big smile. It's 0-1.
Oh, he knows he was way fooled on that one.
Freeman makes his 5th appearance, was added just over a week ago. He's been heavily used out of the A's bullpen. 0-1. Blasted to left, or rather shallow. Hanley sprints in and makes the catch on the run for the first out. Boy, I thought he got a whole lot more of that than he did.
The angle at which he hit it looked like the trajectory would have gone far, but he just didn't put a lot of power behind it despite nailing it. If he puts power behind it, the timing of the swing and the trajectory, I mean, that thing would have been long gone, but just not a whole lot of pop behind it.
A little bit off the end of the bat as well. So Hanley catches it in shallow left for the first out. And now Chris Hakopian in. First pitch, upstairs, 1-0. Freeman last appeared on Sunday when the A's visited the Wareham Gatemen. He was on the mound when Chatham lost the pitch. Fastball called a strike inside corner. 1-1 on Hakopian. It was not a good night for A's pitching, really Chatham all around. They fell in a shutout in a blowout to Wareham. And Freeman was the last of the Chatham pitchers that night. 1-1. Breaking ball outside. 2 balls and a strike. He was also the last pitcher the prior night in Hyannis when he nailed down a 1-out save in a 5-4 Chatham win. 2-1. Fastball lined to the backstop. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Hakopian.
In that Hyannis game, he only needed 1 out. Came in to get the final out of the game and said that he threw the wrong pitch. He wanted to go slider. He accidentally went sinker, and Hyannis nearly went yard on that. He was kept in, and Chatham won.
Freeman set. The pitch. Runner goes. It's a fastball popped up shallow left field. Hanley sprints in. He makes the running catch. Runner retreats to first. Hanley falls over, so there is no throw back to first. Again, the Chatham infield pulled the successful fake, drawing the runner into a slide by pretending to cover the base. And instead, Hanley slipped and left right along the left field foul line and could not get back up in time to throw back and try to get the runner at first.
Sharing a laugh with Trace Mazan as well, who he flipped the ball to when he was on his backside.
Left-handed hitting Jack Archimone stands in. Sidewinding righty Freeman set. First pitch. Outside, 1-0. And right when Hanley fell over and slipped toward the foul line, Mazan just extended his arms like he was an umpire saying, safe on a slide.
That's great.
1-0. Fastball just inside. Chatham dugout barking at the home plate umpire, Will Bowers. He does not respond. Runner on first, 2 out. 5-4 Chatham in the bottom of the 7th. 2-0. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and a strike. If Archimone reaches Armando Briseño, the cleanup man would come up. Two-1. Outside, 3-1. Freeman lets out a grunt. 3 balls and a strike on Archimone. Freeman in danger of putting the go-ahead run on base. Game-tying run is at first with 2 out. Freeman comes set from the right side. Here's the pitch. Fastball down and in, ball 4. Jack Archimone works a 2-out walk. And there are runners on first and second with 2 out. Game-tying run in scoring position. Go-ahead run on first. And Armando Briseño comes up.
Number 7, Armando Briseño.
Briseño is 1 of 3. He's flied to left, grounded into a 5-4-3 double play, and singled on a line drive up the middle. Freeman set from the stretch. First pitch. Chopped on the ground, left side. Mazan charges from third. He gobbles it up and slings to first in time to end the inning.
End of the 7th
Reed
inning,
Stallman
Chatham
pumps his
5,
fist after he makes the catch at first, and Caleb Freeman comes in out of the bullpen to get all 3 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Gavin Jones walks the first batter in his 7th inning of work and gets pulled. Freeman comes in, gets 2 flyouts, works around a second walk, and Briseño grounds out to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base to the 8th at Red Wilson Field. 5-4 A's on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Sports Radio, play-by-play. Go A's! Chatham on GRC.
In the sun somewhere, there's some buddies in a Chevy turning up Tom Petty on the way to the Cape. They'll be there all day. In the sun somewhere, there's a home run ball flying over that wall off of Little League bat. Peanuts and Cracker Jacks. It's a road trip on a wild tear, and I'll call you when we get there. Here's to making that coffee can cash. Here's to making those good times last. 2 for 1 at the fireworks and cold beer in my right hand. Pretty girls in a top-down Jeep, wind blowing through their bleach blonde hair, having fun forever young out there in the sun somewhere.
Back at Red Wilson Field, we go to the 8th. It's a 5-4 Chatham lead, and with Hudson with your play-by-play, here's Hudson Ridley.
Thank you very much, Jake. That's so kind of you.
I was close.
No, you're all right. Jackson Freeman leads off the 8th. He's followed by Daniel Jackson and Chase Freilich. It's 1, 2, and 3 of the A's order against the righty Zaslaw. First pitch fastball below the zone, and it's 1-0. Zaslaw came in for his first appearance today after Noah Bentley went 4 innings flat. Came in last frame. 1-0. Breaking ball called a strike. 1-1 on Freeman. Zaslaw ended up walking 3 in the frame. 1-1. Breaking ball skips in the dirt off of McAndrews and caroms towards the third base side dugout. Really just spiked up into him. That's the second pitch we've seen so far from Zaslaw that's been nowhere near the plate. He's walked 3, including walking in a run back in the 7th. 2-1. Fastball popped up left side. Foul territory. Hakopian chases after it, and it drifts foul beyond the netting that runs all the way down the left field line, and it runs it to 2-2 on Freeman. Leadoff man in the top of this 8th inning. A 5-4 Chatham lead, courtesy of walking in a run back in the 7th. Right on left, the 2-2. Breaking ball, high and away, and the count runs full on Freeman. Chatham has drawn 12 walks today. Every member of the A's has gotten on base with a walk, including Freeman in the 4th. 3-2 fastball hit in the air, shallow center field. Tarnish comes in. The shortstop Briseño goes out. He calls off everybody and makes the grab. Just a few feet onto the outfield grass behind second base, and there's one gone.
The catcher from the right fielder from the University of Georgia.
That brings
2,
up Daniel Jackson. Jackson 0 for 3 today with a walk back in the 3rd. the team's leader in free passes. Right on right with Zaslaw. He rocks and fires. Fastball hit in the air. Right field. Costello comes in the sun, and he runs in and snags it. Started back on it, waited, stuck the hand up and blocked the sun, then sprinted in, stuck the glove out, and got it for the second out.
From Auburn, number 6,
Daniel Jackson
Chase
retired
Fralick.
on just one pitch on a fly out to right. It's 2 up, 2 down, and it brings up Chase Fralick with the bases empty. Chatham up 5-4 in the top of the 8th. The A's trying to close out a run at Red Wilson Field, and the sun is setting. First pitch to Fralick, fastball down and in. It's 1-0. Again, no lights at Red Wilson Field. There's already been a game for the A's that was cut short this year due to issues with lighting. That was the last one here. It ended in the 8th. Here's the pitch. Fastball up and in. It's 2-0 on Fralick. Zaslaw, the righty, checks the scoreboard in left center field. It's wrong. 2-0. Hit in the air. Down the left field line. Crossland sprints in. He's got a long way to go, and he makes the grab on the run just in front of the left field line.
Middle of the 8th
If he got just a slightly slower jump,
5, Whitey
Fralick
4.
would have had
Looking
extra
around
bases.
the
Instead,
deep lead,
Crossland takes it away for the second time today and covers a lot of ground in left. And the A's go 1-2-3. Chatham holding on to a slim 1-run lead as we head to the bottom of the 8th. It is 5-4 A's over YD on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Chatham on TRZ, Cape Cod.
Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. It started out with a kiss. How did it end up like this? It was only a kiss. It was only a kiss. Now I'm falling asleep and she's calling a cab while he's having a smoke and she's taking a drag. Now they're going to bed and my stomach is sick and it's all in my head, but she's touching his chest now. He takes off her dress. Now let me go. And I just can't look. It's killing me. And taking control. Jealousy turning saints into the sea. Swimming through sick lullabies. Choking on your alibis. But it's just the price I pay. Destiny is calling me. Open up my eager eyes. 'Cause I missed the bright side.
The left fielder from
Bottom of the
University
8th under a
Maryland, number
shady
24,
Red Wilson Field. The
Jordan
light
Crossland.
towers are non-existent and the score is 5-4. Chatham on top of YD. The right-handed side armor, Caleb Freeman, back on for his second inning of work, and he faces Jordan Crossland from the right side. It's Crossland, Carpentier, and Carreras. First pitch, fastball, called a strike on the inner edge. 0-1. Tonight is the last road game for the A's, game 39 of the season. Tomorrow night, Chatham is back home to face Harwich at Veterans Field. A 7 p.m. first pitch in that one. 0-1, breaking ball inside, 1-1. Which, of course, for longtime listeners means that tomorrow night is email frenzy night.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. 1-1 pitch from Freeman. Fastball inside. 2-1. Email frenzy night just means email us at chathambroadcast.com and we will read your email. chathambroadcast@gmail.com, rather. If you send us an email, we will read it. Up to a certain extent, I guess. Don't send just anything. 2-1. Fastball inside, and it backs Crossland off the plate. He has to fold himself over to avoid it. 3-1.
Look, you're welcome to send us an email about any subject, but we'll only read it if I guess it's appropriate for air.
You know what? That is a better way of putting it. We won't read everything. 3-1. Fastball way inside. It sails past Aaron Beatty, and it's ball 4 to Crossland. That is a 5-pitch walk to YD's leadoff man, and the tying run is aboard in the bottom of the 8th for the Red Sox. Brings up Dean Carpentier from the right side. No one gone and a runner on first. Email Frenzy Night tomorrow night. If you email, you will be automatically entered into a competition to win a piece of Chatham Anglers merchandise. Right on right with Carpentier. Freeman deals. He squares to bunt. Carpentier lays it down, dribbles foul. Aaron Beatty slings to second, even though it just bounced foul. Heads up play. But it's returned to Freeman, and it's 0-1 at the dish to Carpentier. Trying to move the runner Crossland over, and now Trace Mazan at third. Creeps in. Now steps back. He's even with the bag. Will Carpentier square again? Here's the 0-1. He does. Squares and lays it backwards, and it trickles to the backstop. Now 0-2, and he'll have to swing away.
I can't tell you how many times this summer we've seen a clear bunt situation. Everybody in the ballpark knows the hitter is trying to bunt, and he just can't get it down.
It's happened a few times for the A's, a couple times for Chatham opponents, and it's happened to Carpentier here. He missed 2 squares. It's 0-2 with a runner on first and nobody gone. Pickoff move to first. It sails past Stallman and into the netting right of the field. Crossland goes up to second base on the E1, an errant pickoff move from Stallman. And now Carpentier doesn't even have to lay down the bunt to move a runner to second. Freeman's error does it for him. That is the 3rd error today for Chatham. The A's have 5 runs on 3 hits, 3 errors now. 0-2 to Carpentier, now a runner on second. Freeman deals. Breaking ball just low. Nearly clipped the bottom edge. Sidewinder stares in, grits his teeth. Shakes off. He's got 7 on the clock. Time ticks down to 3, and he steps off. Clock resets to 20 from the third base umpire, Jeff Merzell. Freeman set for a 1-2. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball inside. Carpentier lifts up the hands and juts off, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tying run on second base in the bottom of the 8th. It is a 5-4 Chatham lead over YD at Red Wilson Field. 2-2. Downstairs, and the count runs full. Carpentier has worked it all the way back. Carpentier checks his bat towards the plate. Freeman set. Looks at the runner. The payoff pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. Strike 3. The sidewinder with the high heat that just kept on rising. Carpentier chased all the way and swung through it. It's the first strikeout in relief for Caleb Freeman, and he picks up a big out there. So essentially the sacrifice bunt that Carpentier wanted to lay down worked. He's out of the game, but an error pushed Crossland to second. Carreras from the left side. Freeman steps off, motions over towards second, but does not throw. Holds on to the ball. Crossland was back in head first. Roman Martin wasn't really close to behind him. He leads off again. First pitch to Carreras, fastball inside. Aaron Beatty drops it momentarily, but picks it up towards his right side. Mazan instantly inched in to cover third, just in case Crossland got any ideas. He stands off of second with 1 gone. Bottom of the 8th. Chatham on top 5-4. 1-0 pitch from Caleb Freeman to Carreras. Here it is. Fastball. Off the plate. 1-0. Two balls, no strikes. Freeman deals. Breaking ball tipped into the mid of Aaron Beatty. 2-1 on Carreras. He is 0 for 2 today with a walk in the second. Second baseman from Rutgers has played the whole year for YD. 2-1 pitch. Fastball swung on in line to the backstop. 2-2. Freeman wipes his hand on his gray pants, walks back up the mound. It's 2-2 to Carreras. A runner on second and one gone. Freeman deals. Fastball off the plate away, and the count runs full. Back-to-back full counts for Caleb Freeman. The A's are really sweating this one out. We've gone back and forth all day. Freeman shakes off Aaron Beatty, now agrees. Glove at the belt. Payoff pitch. Spoiled off. Tossed him the fastball. It was low. Carreras went after it. Got underneath it and popped it over the screen. Back to the parking lot behind Red Wilson Field. It's another 3-2 pitch straight ahead. Freeman nods. He's ready. Another payoff. Fastball outside. That's ball 4. 2 walks in the inning for Freeman. That's his third since coming in relief.
Catcher from
Crossland stays put at second. Carreras at first, and now Jay Powell leaves Chatham's dugout on the first base side to talk with Freeman.
And it looks like Scott Pickler may be mulling a possible pinch runner. He's out of the dugout chatting with his third base coach.
He's got Crossland on second, the right fielder, and Carreras on first, the second baseman. Whole infield meets on the mound to talk it over with Powell. Freeman walked the first batter of the inning in Crossland. Then an errant pickoff move to first had Crossland advance to second. Struck out Carpentier, but then walked Carreras. Powell leaves. The rest of the infield lingers behind before splitting up. Martin and Lane talk things over before they head to their spots. Stallman wanders towards first. Mazan jogs to third. Aaron Beatty puts the earpiece on and squats back down behind the plate. Ahead of an at-bat from Thomas McAndrews. He hits with runners on first and second and one gone. Right on right with Caleb Freeman. First pitch from the sidearm. Breaking ball high. 1-0.
Got to figure the daylight's going to come into play at some point relatively soon.
You only need 5 innings to finish a Cape Cod League game. As it stands, Chatham leads 5-4 in the 8th. Step off, throw to second, lob throw to Lane. No tag applied. Crossland was back in time. Caught him a little bit off guard. He was slow to get to the bag, but a lobbed throw meant that he didn't have to have too much urgency to beat it back in. First and second, one gone. It's a 1-0 to McAndrews. Fastball high and in, and it's 2-0. Oh, called strike. A low, late windup from Will Bowers behind the dish. 1-1.
I think that pitch was higher than the first one, which was a ball.
The zone at times has been a little inconsistent. 1-1. Fastball drills him. McAndrews fires his bat back to the third base dugout as he held the hands in and it hit one of them. Freeman has now loaded the bases. Crossland goes up to third. Carreras up to second. McAndrews on the hit by pitch goes to first. And with only one gone, it's a big spot for Nick Costello. Pinch runner comes in.
Pinch running at first base from
Thomas
TCU,
McAndrews is out.
9, Jack Bell.
In his place is Jack Bell, infielder from TCU. So Bell at first, Carreras at second, and Crossland at third. Nick Costello, the right fielder from UC San Diego, taking his practice hacks ahead of a big spot. Bases are loaded. Chatham with a 5-4 lead in the bottom of the 8th. The only long ball today came from Costello in the second. It gave YD a lead they haven't had since. Freeman looks in. It's right on left with Costello. Corners in. The first pitch. Breaking ball. Called a strike. Drops beautifully on the bottom edge. It's 0-1 to Costello. Only stands out momentarily. Now back in. Ticks his front right foot. Aaron Beatty sets up low and away. 1-0 pitch. Slammed right side. Stallman grabs it. Race to the bag. He tagged out the runner. Stallman turns to himself. A hot shot liner to first. Stallman ranged over, made the grab, and slapped the tag on Bell, the pinch runner, and Scott Pickler comes out of the dugout. He wants a word with first base umpire Jeff Kinney. The play happened right in front of his eyes, and those two conference on the third base line. If Chatham escapes the bases loaded jam on a play by Stallman alone, what a defensive play it would be. Pickler gives up and swats his hands, and now Kinney calls the umpires for a conference. It looked like for a second the A's had escaped the frame, and now we wait a little bit longer. It's home plate umpire Will Bowers and third base umpire Jeff Merzel who talk it over, and they uphold the ruling. Stallman turned two by himself at first base, and the A's escape a bases-loaded jam with the lead. It is 5-4 Chatham as we head to the top of the ninth. No runs for YD. Coming on no hits, no errors, and the bases left loaded. Back in just a moment for the top of the ninth on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Chatham on TRC, Cape Cod.
I was trying to find my way home, but all I heard was a drone bouncing off a satellite, crushing the last lone American night. This is radio nowhere. Is there anybody alive out there? This is radio nowhere. Is there anybody alive out there? I was sitting around a dead dial, just another lost number in a file, dancing down a dark hole, just searching for a world with some soul. This is radio nowhere. Is there anybody alive out there? This is radio nowhere. Is there anybody alive out there? Is there anybody alive out there? I just wanna hear some rhythm. I just wanna hear. I just wanna hear some rhythm. I just wanna hear some rhythm. I just wanna hear some. I want 1,000 guitars. I want pounding drums. I want 1,000,000 different voices speaking in tongues.
It's the top of the ninth on the Cape Cod Baseball Network as the A's escape a massive jam. A double play with the bases loaded to send us to the ninth with a 5-4 Chatham lead. Roman Martin leads it off as YD makes a Chatham Bars in call to the bullpen and brings Dean Carpentier from first to the mound. His first pitch, breaking ball, is high, 1-0. Carpentier has pitched before. This is his fourth appearance on the season, and through 3 1/3 has yet to allow a run. 2 walks and 5 Ks. Right on right with Martin. 1-0 is cut on and missed. Martin over the top of the breaking ball. It's 1-1. A few more defensive changes to update you on. With Hakopian moving, rather with Carpentier moving from first to the mound, Hakopian moves from third to first. 1-1 fastball sails over the head of the new catcher. It's the designated hitter Archimone who moves behind the dish. Jack Bell, who came in as a pinch runner for Nick Costello when a ball hit him on the hand, he comes in and plays third. 2-1, breaking ball downstairs, and it's 3-1 on Martin.
because YD put its designated hitter into the game as a defensive player, they've now lost the DH. It's unlikely to make an impact, but it is possible that if Carpentier came out and another pitcher came in, that pitcher would be in the lineup.
Here's the 3-1 to Martin. Fastball off the plate away, a 13th Chatham walk today. Martin makes his way down to first base, and the A's have the leadoff man aboard in the top of the ninth. Chatham searching for insurance. It is a 5-4 A's lead over YD. Sun is sinking in the sky, but still bright glow along the outfield. The entire infield cast in shadow. Reed Stallman from the left side. No one gone and a runner on first. First pitch from Carpentier is a breaking ball low. 1-0. YD playing Stallman to pull, and both the infield and the outfield way over. The 1-0. Fastball upstairs. 2-0 on Stallman. YD does not need this win to make the playoffs. The Red Sox have already clinched. 2-0 pitch. Breaking ball, line right side. It dribbles into the outfield. Martin charges around second and towards third. The throw in cut off at second base, and the A's put runners on the corners. Reed Stallman with a base hit, his first today.
Second baseman
and it
from
moves
UC
Martin
San
up
Diego,
to third with
number 1,
nobody gone.
Isaiah Lane.
Isaiah Lane has a chance to add on when Chatham needs insurance the most. Stallman on first, Martin on third, nobody gone. A 1-run Chatham lead in the top of the ninth. Carpentier shakes off Arcamone, now he comes set. Right on right, the first pitch. Breaking ball cut on and missed. A hard hack from Lane, who steps out of the right-handed box. 0-1 on Chatham shortstop. Digs back in, lays the bat flat, twirls it around. Now he's ready. The 0-1. Breaking ball, cut on and miss, strike 2. Back-to-back big hacks, and he falls behind. Arcamone set at the belt. Rather, Carpentier. His 0-2 pitch. Fastball hit on the ground, left side, gloved at short, only play to first in time, but Martin comes in to score from third. Isaiah Lane grounds out into a fielder's choice, but brings in Martin to extend the A's lead. It is 6-4 Chatham in the top of the ninth. A big piece of insurance for the A's. Now it's Trace Mazan. With Stallman up to second, he hits from the right side with 1 gone. Carpentier set with 5 to deal. His first pitch. Breaking ball high. 1-0. Chatham in search of snapping a skid here today. 1-0. Fastball low. At the feet of Mazan, it's 2 balls and no strikes. Mazan has reached twice, back-to-back, a walk and a hit by pitch in the 7th and 8th. 2-0. Fastball, chopped left side and foul. Wide of third, and it rolls down just past the netting on the third base side and hits a pole, bounces back out onto the field. It's scooped up and brought back ahead of a 2-1 to Mazan. Carpentier looks in. Here's the pitch. Fastball downstairs. 3-1 on Mazan. Chatham's few road fans today behind Trace Mazan. Carpentier, his 3-1 runner takes off, pitches cut on and missed, the throw to third, gets away from the third baseman Bell. Stallman jogs in to score. Chatham extends the lead. 7-4 A's in the top of the ninth. Stallman would have had third by a mile. The throw from Archimone pulled Bell off the bag and then skipped off his glove into foul ground. And Stallman didn't have to push it too hard to come in home. Clears the bases, payoff pitch. Breaking ball called, strike 3 on Mazan. Carpentier picks up the second out of the frame. Strikes out Mazan looking. 2 gone and the bases empty for Jake Hanley. Chatham plates 2 in the inning. It's a 7-4 A's lead. First pitch to Hanley, fastball, called a strike on the inside edge. Hanley had backed off the plate quickly and shook his head when the strike call came in. 0-1. Carpentier shakes off twice, a third time, now agrees. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball, hit in the air, center field. Tarnish backs up into a jog, and he makes the grab in dead center field to end the inning. Chatham extends its lead, getting 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 big-time error, and nobody left on base. Back in just a moment with a 7-4 lead for Chatham in the bottom of the 9th.
Chatham on TRZ, Cape Cod.
I get up in the evening and I ain't got nothing to say. I come home in the morning, I go to bed feeling the same way. I ain't nothing but tired. Man, I'm just tired and bored with myself. Hey there, baby, I could use just a little help. You can't start a fire. You can't start a fire without a spark. This gun's for hire. Even if we're just dancing in the dark. Messages keep getting clearer. Radio's on and I'm moving around my place. I check my look in the mirror. Wanna change my clothes, change my clothes, my hair, my face, and I ain't getting nowhere. I'm just living in a dump like this. There's something happening somewhere. Baby, I just know that this. You can't start a fire. You can't start a fire without a spark. This gun's for hire.
Bottom of the 9th on the Cape Cod Baseball Network, and Caleb Freeman needs just 3 outs for a Chatham win. He got some insurance in the top of the 9th. The A's plated 2 runs. It's now a 7-4 Chatham lead. It's the top of the order to face Freeman. Jace Tarnish, Chris Akopian, Jack Archimone. Those are the 3. It's Freeman on Tarnish first. He steps off, taps towards his head, and motions to its pitch-com device. Now takes off the cap and meets with Aaron Beatty. Jay Powell comes in to join as well. Freeman laughing as he gets a new pitch-com device to tuck inside the hat. Chatham's pitch-com usage has jumped up as the year has gone on, especially getting newer guys in with less time to learn what everything means. Freeman, one of those late season additions, tucks the pitch-com in the hat, struggles with it a little, puts the hat back on. Don't think he got the back of the hat fully down on. But regardless, he walks back up the hill. A right-on-right matchup with Tarnish. The first pitch. Breaking ball slammed. Left side. Hanley races over. It drops in front of him. Up against the wall. Tarnish turns first, heads to second. The throw in. Bounces away from Martin and trickles to Mazan at third. Tarnish holds up at second. A lead-off double for Jace Tarnish. And Dennis Cook steps out of the dugout, looks down the right field line, motions his hands and says, let's get a reliever going. Come on, pick up the pace.
Chris Langley, the Tyler Junior College righty who's been real solid And his first couple of outings in Chatham was throwing earlier, but now has stopped.
Might be going again with a runner on second, nobody gone, and Chris Hakopian at the plate. Right on right, the first pitch. Fastball called a strike at the knees on Hakopian. It's 0-1. It's a leadoff double for Jace Tarnish. Nobody behind him. He leads off of second. The 0-1. Breaking ball cut on and missed. Hakopian way out ahead of it, fooled by the arm angle on the sidearm. Breaking ball dips below his bat, and it's 0-2. Checks it towards the mound and stands back in the right-handed box. Widens his stance. Waves it below the knees. Now he's ready. 0-2. Breaking ball down and away. Aaron Beatty tried to yank it back but couldn't get the call. It's 1-2. Runner on second and nobody gone. Bottom of the ninth in Chatham on top of YD 7-4 under darkening skies at Red Wilson Field. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball hit in the air. Right side sends Jackson back. Now he trots in, makes the grab. Tarnish starts to tag, but he's held up. Throw in goes to Lane, and there's one gone. Hakopian flies out to right field. Not deep enough to have Tarnish advance up to third. And so Chatham keeps him at second. It's Jack Archimone who's moved from designated hitter to the catcher spot. That's from the left side, one gone and a runner on second. YD needs 3 to tie, 4 to go home. Freeman fires. Fastball high, 1-0. Archimone today, a single and 2 walks. 1-0. Breaking ball low and away. Aaron Beatty flings out the glove to his left to grab it. It's 2-0. Jay Powell from Chatham's dugout calling him to get a swing. 2-0, cut on and missed. He gets that swing. Fastball went center cut, and Archimone couldn't line it up. 2-1. Diggs back in. Freeman set. His 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball hit in the air down the left field line. Hanley races in. He plays it on a hop. Tarnish heads up to third. He stops there. Archimone on with a 1-out single.
The shortstop from Cal State Fullerton.
Runners on the corners for
Armando
YD.
Briseño.
And the game-tying run up to the plate in the form of Armando Briseño. It is not hard to hit one out at Red Wilson Field. Just 360 to dead center field. A place that hosted a thrilling home run derby this year. Jay Powell emerges from the dugout ahead of the first pitch, points down the right field line, and Caleb Freeman will not get to face another. Chris Langley, the right-hander, called on to finish this one off. Runners on the corners and one gone, the situation in the bottom of the ninth. Chatham needs 2 more outs with a 3-run lead. Back in just a moment on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Chatham on TRZ, Cape Cod.
Some stuck out as I go. I'm just traveling up the road. Maps don't do much for me, friend. I follow the weather and the wind. I'm hitchhiking all day long. Got what I can carry in my song. I'm a rolling stone just rolling on. Catch me now, 'cause tomorrow I'll be gone. Family man gives me a ride. Got his pregnant Sally at his side. Yes, indeed, so children are a gift. Thank you kindly for the lift. I'm hitchhiking all day long. Trucker gears his engine down. Says climb on up, son, I'm highway bound. Dashboard picture of a pretty girl. I'm riding high on top of the world. I'm hitchhiking all day long. Gearhead and a souped up 72 wants to show you just what this thing will do.
Bottom 9 on the Cape Cod Baseball Network, a 7-4 Chatham lead. With one gone, runners on the corners. It's Chris Langley, the right-hander, on to try to close this thing out. He faces Armando Briseño from the right side and steps off ahead of the first pitch. Calls Aaron Beatty in, and now his PitchCom device is lacking. Caleb Freeman hadn't taken it out of his hat. They have to walk over and exchange it. And Langley hadn't realized until he was ready to get the pitch call from Aaron Beatty, but it was going to the hat of Caleb Freeman.
Two different pitchers consecutively take the mound ready to pitch, and then once the pitch call is supposed to come, it doesn't because they don't have the thing in their hat.
It's a new era of baseball. Right on right with Armando Briseño. Chatham 7, YD 4, bottom 9. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball high, 1-0. Majority breaking ball for Langley. Has a killer curveball. Fastball topping out in the high 80s. 1-0, breaking ball, ducks below the zone, and Briseño takes again. It's 2-0. Tarnish on third, Arcamone on first. Langley shakes off. Now comes set. The 2-0 pitch. Breaking ball downstairs. 3 balls and no strikes. Briseño represents the tying run at the plate. Langley is just a ball away from loading the bases. And now, Will Bowers, home plate umpire, points to the eyes and says Langley did not establish eye contact. First time a warning, second time it's a ball. The 3-0 skips in the dirt off the mitt of Aaron Beatty. He chases it down to the left of him. But on ball 4, Arcamone up to second and Briseño on first. Bases are loaded in the bottom of the 9th. The game-winning run comes to the plate in the form of Jordan Crossland. Langley clears some dust off his fingers. Walks up the mound. Right on right. One pitch could end it on a double play. One pitch could end it on a home run. First pitch. Fastball, cold strike on the inner half. Crossland backs away, looks at the third base coaching box, up at the sky, and now back in. Bases loaded, one gone. The pitch, breaking ball, downstairs. 1-1. And Dennis Cook wants to know where it was. The ruling was outside by Will Bowers. A ball and a strike on Crossland. Langley deals. Breaking ball. A ball again. This time outside. Two-one pitch. Fastball hit in the air, popped up right side and over the screen, out of play. Count runs to 2-2 on Crossland. One gone and the bases loaded, bottom of the 9th. Chatham up by 3. The 2-2. Breaking ball chopped on the ground. Back to Langley. Arms it to second. He got him. Flip to first. Double play. Chatham wins.
And that is the conclusion.
The A's turn to end the bottom of the ninth, and Chatham wins 7-4 at Red Wilson Field. Caps off the final Chatham road trip on a high note. Dennis Cook all smiles as he leaves the dugout to meet with Scott Pickler, and the A's snap a losing skid. Chatham 7, YD 4. The lights are going down at Red Wilson Field, which means we don't have a lot of time till we have to clear out of here. So it's time for the Anglers Extra post-game show. Jake will have an interview on the field, plus your highlights presented by Touchstone Closing. Chatham goes on its final road trip this season and takes down YD 7-4. Back in just a moment with your Anglers Extra post-game show on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Sports Radio, play-by-play. Go A's! Chatham on GRC.
When the lights go down in the city and the sun shines on the bay, ooh, I wanna be there in my city. Oh, 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 oh. So you think you're lonely? Well, my friend, I'm lonely too. I wanna get back to my city by the bay. It's sad. There's been mornings out on the road without you, without your charms. When the lights go down in the city and the sun shines on the bay, ooh, I wanna be there in my city. Oh, oh, when the lights go down in the city and the sun shines on the bay, ooh, I wanna be there.
Welcome back to a now shady, dark Red Wilson Field with no lights in Yarmouth-Dennis after a 7-4 Chatham win over YD. Jake Klein is standing fieldside with a post-game interview. Jake?
Hudson diamond side with Chris Langley after he comes in and gets the final 2 outs on 1 pitch to nail down the save in the 7-4 Chatham win over YD. Chris, when you come in that situation, what goes through your mind?
Well, you know, I didn't help myself out any down in the bullpen through maybe 3 pitches, you know, trying to balance out, hey, am I throwing tonight or tomorrow?
Ball gets hit, you snag it. What are you thinking?
Well, I didn't really think too much, and maybe that was a good thing. My Coach Doe told me after the game I was supposed to go home with that. You know, textbook should have been going home, but hey, luckily my shortstop was there on second, able to get double play. But unorthodox way to do it, but we did it, so that's good.
We were just talking before the interview. You're not sure if you're going to pitch in the final game tomorrow. If you don't, what have you taken away from this time in Chatham?
Oh, I mean, hey, this was really a blessing. I mean, I'm so thankful to be up here. I mean, I've really been here almost 3 weeks, and it's been the time of my life. I mean, baseball and the beach and a couple of dogs. You know, everyone on this team is real good, so I can take away, you know, what I've learned from them, and it's going to make me a better player come season.
There's Chris Langley. He picks up the 2-out save in the Chatham win over Yarmouth-Dennis. Chris, thanks for the time.
Thank you, Jake.
Back to Hudson for the rest of the Anglers Extra postgame show.
Thank you very much, Jake. You just heard from Chris Langley saying, I didn't have to think too much when it been back to the mound. Maybe that was a good thing. He turned 2 to end the game. That's one of your highlights presented by Touchstone Closing. But we have to rewind all the way back to the bottom of the first when the scoring started in this one. Step off, throw to first, runner takes off. The throw goes to first, the throw to second, escapes Martin and trickles into left field. Tarnish is chugging for third, picked up by Hanley. The throw to third, escapes the glove of Mazan. Tarnish is up and running home. Mazan scoops it up, fires to home, and Tarnish slides in safely. A calamity. Tarnish goes from first all the way to home, and YD has scored. 1-0 Red Sox. As there's only been one man on base for YD, and it's Tarnish who goes all the way home. So YD strikes first, and this game really felt like a roller coaster where every time YD struck, Chatham just had an answer. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball hit in the air, left center field. Crossland goes back into the left center field gap. He's called off by the center fielder Tarnish, who squeezes it. Roman Martin comes in to tag from third, and the A's even it up. A sacrifice fly to left center field by Isaiah Lane, and it is 1-1 in the top of the second. So a 1-1 ball game, and then YD broke it back open in the third inning. Rather, the second, a sac fly that went to center field, and a massive 2-run shot to right from Nick Costello, the only home run on the day. Meant Chatham was down 4-2 heading into the third inning. But like I said, every time there was a score for YD, Chatham just seemed to have an answer at every junction. First pitch to the left-handed hitter. Fastball roped out to center field. Tarnish heads back on it towards the wall. It's off the top of the wall. Hanley comes in to score from third. Aaron Beatty jogs up to third, and the bases are loaded. One run comes in to score, and Chatham has cut the YD lead in half. It is 4-2 Red Sox in the top of the third. Then came the walks. 13 of them on the day, drawn by Chatham hitting. 3 runs scored by the A's just because of walks alone. The first one, Martin stands back in, leans side to side. 3-1 pitch. Fastball high, ball 4. And Chatham walks in a run. Cade Aaron Beatty comes in to score from third. That is the 4th walk this inning drawn by the A's. And it's just a 4-3 lead now for YD. So with YD in front 4-3, Chatham would walk twice more with the bases loaded. First time by Stallman, second time by Hanley. Most of the game was won on walks today for Chatham, which is really the first time that's happened this year. 13 drawn on the day. The other part of the game was won on defense. With the bases loaded in a huge spot, Chatham only had 1 out on the board and needed everything it could get from its defense. 1-0 pitch. Slammed right side. Stallman grabs it, race to the back. He tagged out the runner. Stallman turns to himself. A hot shot liner to first. Stallman ranged over, made the grab, and slapped the tag on Bell, the pinch runner, and Scott Pickler comes out of the dugout. He wants a word with first. So Scott Pickler ended up getting that conference, but the ruling was upheld. The runner was ruled out at first base, and so Reed Stallman had turned 2 by himself. The A's still needed a little bit of insurance heading into the top of the 9th. Offense had been sporadic, but then it picked back up. His 0-2 pitch. Fastball hit on the ground, left side, gloved at short, only play to first. in time, but Martin comes in to score from third. Isaiah Lane grounds out into a fielder's choice, but brings in Martin to extend the A's lead. It is 6-4 Chatham in the top of the ninth. With a 6-4 lead, the A's just kept on rolling. Reed Stallman, who brought in the runner, now moved all the way up to second, and it just took one errant throw to bring him in. Carpentier, his 3-1 runner takes off, pitch is cut on and missed. The throw to third, gets away from the third baseman Bell. Stallman jogs in to score. Chatham extends the lead. 7-4 A's in the top of the ninth. That 7-4 lead was one Chatham would hold on to in the end. Jake Klein joined Chris Langley to walk us through the last play of that ball game, which ended up in a double play. And Chris Langley needed that in that spot. The 2-2 breaking ball chopped on the ground, back to Langley. Arms it to second, he got him. Flipped to first, double play. Chatham wins.
And that is the conclusion.
The A's turn to end the bottom of the ninth, and Chatham wins 7-4 at Red Wilson Field. Caps off the final Chatham road trip on a high note. So Chatham with a 7-4 win at Red Wilson Field. The A's end up taking the second to last game on the season. Jake, this was a game that went back and forth really the entire way until the A's finally cracked it open in the end. And my goodness, thank goodness they did in the fashion that they did, because this was taking a downturn quick.
Yeah, and it's interesting. Somewhat flashes of what could have been for Chatham on a season where they've only won 16 games, eliminated from playoff contention with 3 games to go. But they had a starter go into the 7th inning for just the second time in 2025, and Gavin Jones left this game in a tie game, and eventually Chatham pulls it out.
That was Gavin Jones. He picked up the win today, his first win on the Cape League season. Noah Bentley saddled with the loss in this one. And the save for Chris Langley, who came in with the bases loaded and turned a double play to end this one. Total time of this game, 3 hours and 1 minute in front of a crowd of 1,505 people at Red Wilson Field. Alrighty, that does it for us tonight. But tomorrow, we have our final game of the season. It's email extravaganza, so send us your emails, chathambroadcast@gmail.com, and it's also 50% off merch at Veterans Field. So make your way down to Veterans Field and get that for tomorrow night's game. It's a 7 o'clock first pitch against Harwich with a 6:40 Anglers Extra pregame show. For Jake Klein, I'm Hudson Ridley saying so long, and we'll talk to you one last time tomorrow night.
Chatham Anglers Baseball 2025 has been brought to you by the Chatham Bars Inn, Chatham Clothing Bar, Touchstone Closing, Mahi Gold, Chatham Paint and Hardware, Sweet Tomatoes Pizza, the Red Nun Bar and Grill, Short and Sweet Ice Cream, Cape Cod 5, and by the Chatham A's.
Chatham A's Baseball, Sports Radio, play-by-play, summertime on Cape Cod.
This has been an exclusive presentation of Chatham A's Baseball on TRZ Team Line.
Chatham on TRZ.